The levels are good. The levels are good. Jason Smith, what's up? What's up? Noonie. There you go. One day closer to the all-time high. Are we not? We absolutely are. We're one day closer, folks. Oh, so glorious. It's marvelous. Marvelous. How y'all feeling out there? Man, I'm feeling like an innumerable amount of Satoshis, bruh. If you're not feeling like an innumerable amount, an infinite amount of Satoshis, I hope you find quick resolve. Real talk, real talk. We're about to get right into it, man. We're going to talk about how timing is everything. Timing is everything out here, man. In life, everything, every aspect of whatever we do. It's about timing, right? And then some things just start to occur in such a way where you're wondering, man, is this really happening? Is this all taking place? Like you got to pinch yourself and be like, yo, I must be dreaming. And then you realize you're not dreaming. Where you have a set of events taking place all at the same time. I mean, my goodness. In the last week alone, like you could think about so many things that have happened. You know, man. I'm talking about from a global perspective, macro, all the way down to local, all the way down to whatever you got going on in your lives. And it's all taking place within a certain amount of time. How about that, bro? And you know what's crazy? I mean, like, you can't call it like so many things, man, like last week, man. Wow. But here we are. I'm not the type of person that does TA. So I don't do TA as far as crypto. But you're looking at what these charts are doing with the Richard Hart tokens. Yo. Oh, man. Why shouldn't you be happy, right? If you've been dollar cost averaging into Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX, and even Inc. for the last 15 months. Just dollar cost averaging. Come on, man. When you see, even though it's like a small situation as far as the pumps, or when you see, you welcome the pumps. I'm not going to discredit. You're going to welcome the pumps. The last couple, maybe few streams I've been doing, I've been thinking about something, y'all, like, and I'm going to mention it again. When the RH Richard Hart core tokens, when the pulse chain core, yeah, we're going to celebrate that. The core tokens, because a lot of people don't like hearing that. And it's just like, whatever. Most of the RH haters don't like hearing about the core tokens. Well, that's what we're going to talk about. And I've been saying this for a while. When the core tokens start pumping, we are going to see how much conviction the RH haters have with their non-RH coins. How long are they going to hold on to whatever they're holding on to? We're going to see. And we've already seen it. How about that, man? See, this is y'all guys, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have a crystal ball. No one does. Like, I'm not that guy. Like, they'll predict anybody's future, anything. None of that. I just respect human behavior. I respect cycles. I respect how markets, they perform in a cyclical nature. I respect these things, man. I respect what things have done that got us to this point. I respect a lot of these events that occur, even though history can't dictate what the future will bring as far as these markets and finances and numbers and blah, blah, blah. But you can't rule those things out. You can't. It's never financial advice. Never. But I'm telling y'all, timing is everything. These times where you had, it felt like everybody going against you for being a Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX, and Inc. supporter. It felt like everybody's going, and it still feels like that. And it's just general when I say that, subjective when I say everybody, because you still have people who still believe in the tokens, Richard Hart, right? Related tokens. You still have people who believe in that. The majority, though, like so many people, the majority of the noisiest of the noisy, try to let you feel like what you are doing is dumb. Like what you're doing is wasting your time. Like, why are you spending money on dead coins, on a dead chain, on a dead DEX, on a fake meme that they call incentive token? This is what many people, the noisiest of noisy, try to tell y'all, try to tell us. This is what they try to tell us. And it would be one thing if the message that they were giving had 100% merit, because then you would have to sort of like, oh man, you'd have to think, maybe reevaluate, maybe reconsider. But their positions don't have 100% merit. I'm gonna give you an example. Man. They counted everything out with Hex, yo. And many of them still do count Hex out. They don't see how really amazing Hex is, yo. They dismiss timing as far as thinking long, just long term. Don't even think about it. How about that? Don't even look in these charts every day, all day. Don't listen to people every day, because it becomes healthy. All everyone's message becomes noise. Instead of doing that, what they did was believed in the narratives, believed in the 99% down narrative, which is real, is very real. It's very real. It's 99%. Yeah, 99%. It touched 99%, 100%, all that. Yeah. But it's not 99% down from its all-time low. So when you look at it that way, you're made to even feel even more of a fool. You're made to feel like you're just the most ignorant, childish, quote unquote, retarded person out here in crypto. To even think that there's a chance for Hex to recover from its 99% down from the all-time high. Now, you got to sometimes separate. We have to learn sometimes to really separate our feelings from factual information. Because when you have factual information, it doesn't matter what you feel, what your opinions are, right? What you're emotionally going through at the moment. You got to deal with facts. Is it 99% down from its low? If Hex was 99% down from its low, folks, you could see it two ways. You could see that the coin is super wrecked, no chance, super wrecked. Or then some people will take the ultimate risk and buy more at 99% down from its all-time low. Right? You could look at it in multiple ways, but the majority of people would have a different sentiment, I believe, if the Hex token price was 99% down from its all-time low. Today, it's not 99% down from its all-time low. It's 99% down from the highs. This is something that folks have to just like really look at it for what it is. Forget about how I feel, what you feel, what others feel, what the community feels, what even Richard feels. Forget about all that. Forget about that. Do you think it'll ever recover? Do you think it's dead? Do you think that Pulse Chain will stop? I'm sorry, Hex will stop working the way it was developed and designed to work? Do you think there's no future? Just let's be pragmatic. Let's be serious. Let's be real. Let's be honest to ourselves. Let's have those personal, ugly conversations, right? And say, look at things for what they are. Come on, man. It's a wrap for the store of value. Was perceived to be by individuals as like a savings account. It's a wrap for it. It's a wrap. It's over. That's it. For Hex now. For Hex, it's over. It's been over. Oh, this is just a time for those that people who have Hex to just collectively cope, collectively create some kind of Hexagon support group. Hi, my name is Crypto Wonder. I play with the Hex coin, and I bought into the 55.55, and so it's a big circle of however many people did the same thing, and we all holding hands. We're in a support group, like we seeking recovery. And everyone says after I speak, "Hi, Crypto Wonder, welcome." That's what you think is going on here. That's what folks would love for you to believe that you should be engaging in a thing of there's no hope. Don't believe in it anymore. Believe in what they have. Believe in what they're doing, not in Hex, not anything related to Hex, nothing. What's the agenda? No, the agenda for some will help you believe that the agenda is they're tired of disingenuous Hex believers who have since defected, sold on everyone's heads, continue to sell on everyone's heads, and not only that, have launched their own projects, never were staking, never were real believers, and decided to scam people in a multitude of different ways. Which I understand that perspective. I understand that perspective. Because I don't support that monkey shit anyway. I don't either. I don't support how people who were in the whole thing in the beginning were hardcore believers in Hex and have since built their following off of the believing in Hex, built the following off of being members in a community, and have since disrespected the whole situation that got them to where they are today. They have since insulted, been consistently disrespectful to Richard Hart himself, to anything Richard Hart had a hand in creating, anything and everything. I don't support that, and I never will. And these people are they're so sort of like they're void of conscience. They don't care how they even look. They don't care how they appear. They don't care because they don't operate from a perspective of just being empathetic or compassionate. They're void of conscience. So they're going to do whatever it is that they do to suit their needs off the backs of the people who view them and support them. And I don't support that. I'll never support that, period. I don't support activities like that. And I get where you have folks who are pissed off about Hex. Group A. You have Group A, for example. They're upset that they got in 2021 and bought Hex when it was going to the top. In other words, quote unquote, chased the green candles. You got in when Hex was reaching its all-time high. Group A, you got in when Hex was reaching its all-time high, and you were witnessing incredible shit happening. Post-chain sacrifice launching. All this great stuff going on. Euphoria, fervor, conference through the roof, party, party, party. You got caught in the mania. I understand it. And everybody is saying 55, 55. Yo, this is it right here. After dealing with so much hate from the world, from the crypto world, you finally seen a breakthrough take place in 21. So you get in 2021. You bought these coins. And after the fall of 21, once the price hit all-time high, it just hasn't recovered. And here we are, year number 3, and we still haven't reached the all-time high back again or surpassed it. So if you're frustrated and angry and pissed off and want to blame RH, and I get that. That's human nature. I get all that. I get all that. The part about it that's weird is when Group A, for example, you not only are pissed off, but you stop believing altogether. You stop believing. You decide to create your own opportunities, which is a win in a sense where we can do anything. It's a free effort market, quote unquote free. free effing market. You can do whatever you want. No one forces you to, buy and sell and trade or do. You can do whatever you want. But when you consistently try to downplay the same playground you're playing on called Pulse Chain, you consistently downplaying Hex, you consistently making a mockery of what was created here that you supported too by sacrificing. You sacrificed, for example, but you pissed off because you realize that a lot of Hexicans in 2021 just sold tons of bags to make a lot of money, thinking that no, they were all staking, when many were not staking. Many were not staking. They had liquid coins that they could just dump, and they dumped on you, and you realize that. But this is part of the market. You can't stop people from doing what they're going to do. This comes with the territory. It's par for the course. And you're bitter now. You want some form of get back. Naturally. But you also have to think logically. Like, how's the form of get back? You're going to create your own coin and then talk shit about Richard Hart. You're going to talk shit about Pulse Chain. You're going to talk shit about Hex. That'll never recover anymore. It's done. It's over. Count it out. Like, think about what you're doing, folks. Folks are not thinking about what they're doing. Because if you were part of Group A, do you realize that you also, like, you have, unless you sold everything, but if you sacrifice and you part of Group A, and you're now realizing that a lot of people sold in 21, they were not staking 55, so they were sort of disingenuous and presented lies. And I know that's upsetting. I get that. But what are you going to do about that now? Because that's not going to stop. Behaviors like that are not going to stop. You're going to continue now to talk crap about Richard, about building your own subculture of a subculture, and call yourself creating an opportunity to create generational wealth for people. Okay, that's a noble feat. That's noble. Good for you. But realize you learned something from the person that helped to create all this. Like, respect your position as a student. Respect the position of the teacher teaching the student. Like, what you want to do? Outshine the master? You believe that you're now more worthy to receive the trust from the community to do something because you're just upset that the price of Hex cascaded all the way down 99%, and you're going to allow that anger, that frustration to affect your judgment, to affect your decision making to such a scale where you might have, quote unquote, did something good by veering off and creating something to help you and your believers see something, but you're still in the same playground. You're still playing the same game that the master taught you how to play, that the teacher taught you how to play, that the expert taught you how to play, that your sensei, your sifu, your whoever taught you how to play, that the elder taught you how to play. And you taking this now as a form to grandstand. And how's that working out when the master doesn't even know he's a master? In many cases, teachers, real teachers, don't know that they're teachers because they understand what humility is. And they understand their role. Their role is just to do what they're naturally born to do. Some people either are born with it or they're not. And then you, as a student, you as a crypto participant, learning and absorbing the information, get caught up. You end up feeling, if you're not careful, you end up feeling that you know more than the professor. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Lico Tiger. Go do you. Go do you. Go do you, Lico Tiger. And that's Group A. Group A, right? Group A, who secretly believes that they have a disdain and an animosity towards Richard because they believe that Richard pumped the market before in 2021. It was due to his efforts that people profited, right? So you're supporting the whole SEC, how we test jargon. You're supporting that, even though you can't definitively prove otherwise. You can't prove he did it, not otherwise, but you can't prove he did it. As much hate as this man has crypto wide, if someone could attach him to any type of transaction taking place, you don't think they would have been able to do that now? X is approaching 5 years old in December. It'll be 5 years. The minute people don't like, more people hate him than like him. But still, no one could prove anything about him owning OA, anything like that. On top of that, you believed in the source that some of these fake, diehard, Hexagon, hardcore believers in the beginning thought, pretended that they were doing by staking, or everybody was just staking. How do you think people were able to see rewards in a sense of tangible cash money where they spending on Lambos, having parties, all that? They sold. They had to have the coin liquid to sell. But that's not something that was really celebrated, because it's the thing here. Like, you got the bag. You got the bag. You staking your bag. If you're staking, you don't have any bags. You understand? If you're staking, you don't have any hex to sell. You're waiting your time. You're waiting your time to fulfill itself. The time agreement that you had to stake everything. You're waiting for that time to go through, because timing is everything, for you to receive the end. You end your stake, and there you go. You get what you get. You get what you deserve at the time when it ends, right? They based on market, whatever. But a lot of people just held liquid back. They weren't genuine with the people. They weren't saying, yo, man, I kept X amount of coins and cashed out. Many staked and the emergency end stake. That's real. And then, you know, those who continue to stake receive half of those penalties when people with emergency end stake incur penalties. They weren't telling you that, yo, they just held on and just was speculating on a bag. They was held on. Some people had 1 million. Some people had 10,000. Some people had hundreds of millions. Liquid. And they weren't real, because they didn't have to be real, because privacy is a thing too. So you got caught in some kind of weird psyop. I get it, man. Because emotionally, you're like, man, F this. I'm off this. I'm gonna walk away from this. But then that's how you lose out on the potential for mad gains. That's how you lose out. That's how you lose out, because you think it's over. You're counting everything out right now. No, you part of Group A. Group A is doing that, right? Group A doing that. And Group A, and I get it too, because this group, particular Group A, the people that fall in Group A, they want to create their own thing because they got pissed off of how Hex performed. They got pissed off of how Richard got on their nerves, doing a whole bunch of cringeworthy things. I get all that. They got pissed off that Pulse Chain didn't do a 10,000X already. I get all that. Right? They got pissed off that Pulse X, it was single-sided mumbo jumbo. I get that. They got pissed off that, you know, SEC, somebody dropped a dime and snitched and ran to the SEC to complain. They pissed off. So they finding a way, right? But at the same time, you shitting on Richard the whole time. So that's kind of weird. Because you built your platform, your notoriety, and the gains that you exalt and praise off of Pulse Chain. The same thing that Richard, hired developers to create. I don't get that. I don't get that. That's Group A. Another thing that Group A does, which I agree with, the funny business. The like going against scammers. I get all that. Yeah. But I'm not part of Group A. I'm part of Hex, Pulse Chain, Pulse X, and Inc. Been there. Nothing to talk about. And that's okay. That's me. I learned what I learned. I like what I like. I keep it moving. It's what it is, man. I'm not better than anybody. Right? But Group A goes after all these other people that pretend to be good actors in the community, that have since shat on the community, have since got all kinds of sacrifice monies from the community. Group A versus Group B. Group B, a large collective of people. They identify them as a cabal. They identify them as insiders. They identify them about fake OGs, all that stuff. Lump them all in Group B. And they're disgusting work. They just represent absolute disgusting work of what they've done on Pulse Chain, man. You want to talk about extract value? We get all that. Yeah, they done that. They done all that. They kick rocks with no shoes on. I don't wish them anything positive, especially if they trick the people and people got harmed by whatever they got going on. Like all these sacrifice things, man. All the money that was thrown left, right, this, that, blah, blah, this, that, to this day. To this day, they get zero respect. And people will never forget because it's on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's on the internet. And most of them are void of a conscience because of how they operate. They don't care how they look. Any attention is good attention to these types of people, man. Any attention is good attention. They got the millions already. They got the bag. And so when they deliver you some subpar work that's been stepped on, some BS 4-copy pasta of another protocol, and when they just give it to you, they did their work. They got their bag. They teaching y'all what grifters do. They teaching y'all what scammers do. Right? And they continue to lie to you. They continue to lie to all of us and pretend like they're good actors. And been called out the whole time. The whole time. But Group A and Group B, all of them, Group A, Group B, lump them all, talk shit about RH. Talk shit about Pulse Chain. The same chain. This is why they lose me. All these people that try to act like, they're for the people. They lose me. When if it wasn't for Pulse Chain, like y'all wouldn't. If Pulse Chain is so bad, kick rocks, bounce, go do something else elsewhere. Good luck. No, they remain here. If it wasn't for the chain, they wouldn't have been able to earn millions and millions and millions of sacrifice before the chain even launched, yo. From a thought, from an idea. Folks threw millions at these guys, yeah, and gals. And they can't even fix their face enough to thank RH for giving them an opportunity, right, to create money grabs after money grabs after money grabs. That's how void of a conscience these people are. They don't care either way. Take all these things, Group A, Group B, lump them all together, whatever. All the fake so-called, once they used to believe in RH, once they were diehard Hexicans, once this and that have since did everything else that they can freely choose. Everybody, you can't gatekeep people from doing what they want to do. Lump them all together versus people who just simply want to just say, look, man, I don't want to be distracted. I don't need the drama. I don't care about nothing y'all got going on here. Over there, not here, but over there. Here in a way, because all those millions, all those distractions that cost hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Affected hex, affected pulse chain, affected pulse x, affected ink, right? Yeah, because everything else was mean this, everything else was about a dex, everything else was about all these other, everything else, some stable drama, all kinds of other stuff going on. Took the focus away. But guess what? You can't count out the building blocks that got us to where we are today. You can't count out hex, right? You use the whole E hex, P hex thing as a catalyst too to further your stance, Group A and Group B. To further the stance and see, look at how wicked, right? They want to infuse, they want to describe all the negative, sort of like all the negative talking points to further strengthen their stance in going against RH. But what's so, again, when everything is all said and done, you're still here because you know the real. You're still involved. You're still trading. You're still on pulse. If it was so bad, sell. It'd be gone. You just like to put yourself through this inner turmoil and battle for what? No one cares in the grand scheme of things. Like nobody cares. But you're here. You're still on pulse chain because this is where it's lit. Period. I don't care about some Solana. I don't care about some Ethereum like that, even though we forked Ethereum. So I really can't shit on Ethereum like that. But Ethereum leaves a lot to be desired. Proof of stake to this day. I don't care about these other chains, bro. I don't care about these other chains, bro. You know what I mean? You're trying to present something to be as decentralized as possible, knowing that some form of centralization is needed. He's showing you through world events, showing you by giving examples, tweeting all types of different things to show people, to show us that where we are here, we need to be thankful. And these motherfuckers can't fix their face to say thank you. At minimum, to thank Richard about doing a sacrifice because y'all walked away with millions. You copied his style and got a bag of a bag of a bag that you probably will never be able to get again. You can't even thank him for that. You'll go on a spaces. You'll go on a spaces and talk sideways about him, about how he disappeared. These are the types of people that y'all praise to be leaders too. The blind leading the blind. The blind leading, it's almost like they're not even blind because they had enough sight to create an opportunity to fleece everybody. Oh, give me your million, give me your money. They had that. So they're not blind like that. The people who sacrificed for millions of dollars, oh yeah, they weren't blind. They were keen enough to see an opportunity and they took advantage. And as the wretched pieces of shit that they are, they can't even say thank you to Richard, even for that. Remember TYRH? They can't even do that. I mean, it's not hard. It ain't hard to tell. Like it ain't hard to see certain things for what they are, man. How many promoters, people were promoting sacrifice projects left and right and this and that and weird stuff, man. Weird. And what have those sacrifice projects done for the people who invested in them? Like really as a whole, man, like have they, presented life-changing results, life-changing gains, right? Have they any of them, like any of them, man? And then you got a segment, another group that, okay, you learn from Richard on how to do certain things. You learn, but then you downplay him because, the whole 2021 vibe, most people were just selling. They weren't staking. And the proof is in, the blockchain. You could tell they were saying that many people, they just stake for up to 5 years. Initially, the whole talk, even Richard was talking about it. Maybe you should just stake 10 years, not even 15. Even though you could stake as long as 15 at the time, but he was talking staking 10 years. Yeah, some people just say, all right, we're gonna just take 5 years, this and that, 7 years, maybe this and that, and this, But they held bags though. They held liquid, you know, stupid. I'm not saying holding liquid is stupid. What I'm saying is lying and pretending is stupid. That's why you don't hear 55 anymore. Because the majority really weren't doing that. It was a thing, sure, but on paper, you witnessing your account with all this money value. All this money value. Imagine the stakers that are looking at their accounts and it's worth millions. Because a 10,000x occurred. So that's what people were witnessing. When before Staker app did his debacle, did his funky nonsense, people used that to check their accounts and saw that the value of accounts was millions, but they were staked. They couldn't do anything. They had to endure that and then see it drop 99% in value because they were staking. Hardcore shit, real shit, hardcore, and then have to stomach that, have to deal with that, have to have the intestinal fortitude to deal with that. You watching your joint worth, let's say, 1 million to 5 million, 10, however millions, and then the value dropped 99%. Come on, man. You think that's easy? That's crazy. And then the thing about it is, that's just crypto, though. Volatility is a thing, is a part of the game. It's a part of the game. But they didn't tell you that many of them just were dumping because they had it liquid to dump. Fake. You're right. Like people just being super fake. No time for that anymore. And so now you have an opportunity here where Richard offered opportunities. Like, even if you're a piece of shit in the world, you could have came through and launched a token and still walk away with a bag because it was you and your cohorts or whatever got a chance inside to snipe the contract, to rug the contract, and walk away with a bag as a villainous piece of shit that you are. And you still can't say thank you to the guy, yo. Crazy. Thank you for just even having an opportunity with your wretched existence. Right? But I say all this to say, for real, like, really? Timing is everything because you're watching. I'm telling y'all, things are going to be what they're going to be, right? As time unfolds, and you're watching a person right here who did, no one in this community, no one collectively out here, like really in this post-chain thing right here, the whole thing collectively hold anything close to what Richard has done up to this point, man. I don't give a fuck how long you've been in crypto, People always show off and say, oh, I've been in here this long, that long, that long. And have you done anything remotely close to what this man is doing? Like this, give credit to where credit is due. Richard, I figured some things out, man. He figured a lot out in this crypto thing, yo. Better than most. Better than everybody here who's acting like they better. Because it don't take much to see glorious, magnificent, swift changes take place in this market. Does anyone else have that same power in this community to wield that same level of power and authority and make things happen? Bruh. And I'm not saying he's working so that we could profit. All I'm saying is the position, the experience that he's just collected, right? And if he was participating, mining 50 blocks with Bitcoin, all this and that and this, man, which nobody could even prove to this day. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't talk about what he holds. He doesn't talk about what he holds for a reason. Read between the lines, all kinds of stuff, man. Nobody's sitting in his seat right here, who can do what he's doing. Or if they are, they're not public with it. They just watching. They're watching and they swimming among each other. The whales swimming with the whales, doing what whales do. And me as a little sardine, I'm trying to follow where they're going. I'm not following some other nondescript people who just came here and feel like, oh, now they could outshine R and not. It hasn't worked very well. When people try to, it hasn't worked. Like, yo, son, let it respect it for what it is, man. Respect it. RESPEKIT. Respect it. Respect it for what it is, bro. A lot of people can't do that, man. A lot of people just can't do that. Shout out to the chat, man. Checks my pulse, man. I see you, man. What's a good word, man? You know, everything is a good word, you know. Everything that we're doing here is a good word, man. Chilling, you know, watching these things unfold, man. This thing, you know, you don't even need to watch TV. You can just watch Pulse Chain Community. You'd be fully entertained. Cookie de chocolate. What's going on? What's going on? Al Merlos, big dogs in the building. Alan Fizzamay in the building. What's happening, man? Looney says, wow, that folks chilling. Rats of who think they should be treated as if their knowledge is in the same country as our. You know, when you're, it's the thing, right? It's, I don't know what it is anymore because I can't speak for people, man. I can only speak for me. It's weird because the energy, where, you know, that's not something you could create. You could only redirect. So where are you going to focus your energy, right? Like certain things about crypto I had to accept. I did not like RH in the beginning. I thought he was a magician trolling the entire crypto space. You called your coin Hex, for goodness sakes. In some circles, Hex means curse. You curse in the crypto industry, bruh? I didn't like him for the different reasons, not because of some stupid OA or where did the ETH go, flush address, all these freaking rumors and talking points that people had for Richard. That wasn't my stance. I just thought this guy with a black top hat was waving his wand to troll the entire industry. I didn't care for it out of sheer ignorance. Sheer ignorance. I didn't like the whole centralization of OA. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I was like, yo, man, yo, sir, let that guy wake up on the wrong side of the bed, or he didn't get, you know, to smash the buns that he was trying to smash. And there you go. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, let him feel a way, like where he's just he didn't get to brush his teeth and he pissed off. Yo, it's over for Hex. You know, I'm thinking, yo, ain't no OA. Who owns the OA? He own it and he gonna dump it on everybody when he pissed off and he's done with it and sailing to the sun. That's what I was thinking. Like super whatever. Trying to be as real as possible in my ignorance. You know? And to this day, no one can say who owns it. And other people have tried to model that. Other people try to copy his style. Where they launch a coin and they call it this address. They launch another coin, they call it this box. Or, you know, a source address, mystery box, right? The whole OA style type thing. Right? Because you're following, you want to model something that appears to have worked, appears to be working. It's just nobody could put a finger. That's the biggest hurdle that people can't seem to get past through. Like, yo, man, damn, like they allowed that to be their stumbling block. Yo, who owns it, man? Nah, man. Meanwhile, forgetting the fact that the majority of everything that we understand in business, in our products that we buy, in the services, the monopoly, like how so many industries have a lockdown on whatever they got going on because they're centralized. Look at what the world went through yesterday with the Microsoft Windows, bruh. Was Mac effect? Listen, man, I know Apple and all that. Like they're very, very good for that. Like they really, their defenses against virus and things like that are very well. But but that's not the point. But Windows, who owns that? Microsoft. They got a monopoly. They got a stranglehold on all that, man. Banks were affected, hospitals were affected, emergency systems were affected. Like that just tells you how vulnerable we are. Where we just give all of our attention, our power to just a few entities right here, and they own it all. Like they taking control of all of it. You could tell you what to do, when to do with your money, how to do it, blah, blah, blah. Look at these centralized exchanges, man. But a lot of they have a purpose. It's just the balance is off. These entities hold really, they're 20%, but they hold 80% of everything, like the Pareto principle. And it's not really, that's not something that, is a great position to be in, man. It's not. And then imagine the level of control and intelligence you have to be at a point where, man, like you unwavered. Like even if you didn't get to smash some butt cheeks, you don't care, you're not gonna sell. And even if you did get to smash some butt cheeks, you don't care because you're still not gonna sell, even though your thing went through the roof. Like when do you sell, right? When does your number hit for yourself? And where you could just say, okay, I'm triggered now, I'm out of here, let me do. It takes a special type of diamond hand, diamond spirit, like controlled type of personality to be able to handle these types of things, man. The folks think they figured it out and they can just do what they do with some liquidity pool, information, teaching, style, strategy, all this thing with liquidity, this, liquidity, that, all this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Do you? Show the world. Let time prove itself. Let time help you prove whatever you had going on works. Just like time had to prove Hex was what it is. Not was, but was and is what it still is. It's still, now that's happening for Pulse Chain. We 15 months in the game. Okay, that's data, whatever. That's going to be collected to help prove what it is. Same for the DEX, same for the Ink token, same for everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, man. Like, seem like the people who like launch coins and saw many X's, many X's. It's like, yo, you again versus the core tokens. When the core tokens start booming, banging through these charts, are you really going to hold on to whatever you got going on and not sell and try to chase those green candles? We're going to see. Because the sentiments are always shifting. The sentiment is shifting already. It's shifting. You see it, you hear it, you see it. Oh, wow. Yeah. Reconsider, reevaluate, reassess, do all the rereads that you want. You want to be retarded with your reassessment and reconsideration? Knock yourselves out. Do all the relate, re yourself out. When Hex starts booming, Pulse Chain starts booming, Pulse X starts booming, Ink starts booming, we're going to see what's what. That's just that. All y'all that was like non-RH, defected, gave up, disrespected the man, shat on him, no support, shat on everybody who supported the same coin still to this day. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, man. Shout out to y'all, because you need some type of competition. But where, when you think about it, you had these people, these builders talk about RH maxis are toxic, but where was the toxicity stemming from Genuinely, like you really look at it. Like think about it. Really look at it. Take a good look. They talked about toxic this, toxic that from RH Maxi, but where was the toxicity stemming from really? And there you have your answer. You know? Real talk. Real talk. Store of value. 15 years, 2 months. 55. What coin that you launched that's not RH that can compete with that in a sense where it has real product market fit? Seriously. Product market fit, people. Folks want to make money here, right? People want to make money that's sustainable, right? That's what we're here for. Sustainable, ongoing money-making opportunity where people can't just take it away from us when they want to. People can't just shut it down when they want to. We don't have to keep asking permission to use what we have that's rightfully ours. That's what we got going on over here, man. Not getting into somebody who has a tantrum that lasted 15 months going against a person who helped to create the situation. Not following crybabies, yo. Who can't teeth because their pacifier is covered in urine and trying to tell you they got the secret sauce. And look what's taking place. Look what we doing. Look what's going on, folks. Like timing is everything. Use the time to your advantage. Look what we doing. Look what's going on. Look, man, I'm talking because I'm old and I love talking about this. So who cares? Nobody care about what I'm saying. And it's all good. But look at what's going on, man. Look at what is taking place for yourselves. Don't take my word. Don't take anyone's word for it. The information is there, man. Thank goodness. Thank all that is good for this blockchain to show you, to show us what's the real from the fake, what can be, what you could really extract from as far as pragmatic information that you could use on a practical level versus what you discard, what you throw away, what you don't need. Telling you. It's a lot going on out here. It's a lot going on, man. Alan, I see you, man. That's it. Jay, everything in the building. Z in the building. I see y'all, man. Jason Smith. You know, come on, man. These sub-communities, B Weezy, what's up? These sub-communities are the Sith apprentices that feel that they are ready to destroy. Yeah, man, 100%. 100%. Like, you could see it. They could see it. Certain level of suffering that they undergo. Like, yo, it ain't that serious, man. If you're gifted and you have a certain talent and skill set to do certain things, just apply what you were gifted with, naturally born with, or what you developed, and do good things. Just do good things, bruh. But when you're doing something good right here and you shitting on, you know what I mean? The founder, come on, bruh. You're supposed to be doing good things. You're supposed to be helping your community get rich. And you're supposed to be making money all the time. And it has nothing to do with Hex, PulseX, and Ink. But it has something to do with Pulse Chain because you're getting rich off Pulse Chain, being on the blockchain. It's just all weird. All the efforts that these people be shitting on RH for, but then they will tell you, no, we trying to just acquire Pulse. Oh, but that's an RH token. And that's one of the core tokens. Oh, no, there's no core. So all you with your core, you're just, you suffer from this, this hive tribal mentality. You're just disgustingly toxic and you're brainwashed. You're broke plebs. That's what that, And when the tables turn, when the bull market, yo, folks, like the person said in early in the stream, we're one day closer to the next all-time high for Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX, and Ink. We're one day closer to the next all-time high. I don't say that to be cute. I don't say that for cliche, right? I'm just throwing words out there willy-nilly. Come on, man. People gave up on BTC when it reached $30, $100, $1,000, $20,000. There was a 3-year period before you saw the next all-time high for BTC. After the 20K, it was like a 2.5 to 3 year period before it broke through and hit 70K or 67K, whatever, 67. 3 years. Oh, it's a wrap for BTC. It's not nothing. This is this. Hex is supposed to be better than Bitcoin. And many of y'all gave up on that. Oh, 99% down. 99% down. We'll never address that. It's only 99% down from the top, not the low. We'll never address that. They'll just keep on with their narrative so that they could sell you whatever they're selling you to pretend or act as if that's better. Yo, if that's better, if your non-RH coin is better, time will have to prove itself. And then you will get the recognition that you're looking for. It's so thirsty for attention. Your non-RH coin, right? Your non-RH coin is better. Shout out to you. Salute to you. That's cool. Time will have to prove itself because timing is everything. Time is everything in all this. We're using time to our advantage. We're using time to work for us, especially if you're staking this motherfucker. You're using time. We're trying to work because that's something we can't clamp down. That's what works against us is time. Because it waits for no one. So you got a coin, you got a system, you got something going on that's better than what this man created. Shout out to you. But until then, it's Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX, and Ink, man. That's it. That's it. It's been like that, man. And shout out to everybody. Shout out to the people who've been consistent, unwavered, unbothered, right? Towing the line, giving the message out. Like y'all who have been not only spreading the good word, but also spreading the good, not like just spreading the good word or being quiet about it, but the ones that have been vocal, because this wasn't easy. This hasn't been easy. Because we made to feel ridiculous. We made to feel like we're crazy. We're silly. We're ignorant. We don't know what we're talking about. That's how we've been made to feel. And guess what? Like a person like me, I don't care. Because it doesn't, internet stuff's not going to bother what I do. Not going to affect me. Like, that's not about that. But shout out to the people who've been real with this. Who've been real consistent. Who've been consistent. That says a lot. That speaks about, a certain level of conviction they have, their values, character, for real. For real. And I respect that 100% more than otherwise. You see how crazy things shift when you see a couple green candles for Hex, couple green candles for PLS, couple green candles for PLSX, couple green candles for Ink. You see that shift, respect it, respect that shift, that change, that energy, that great feeling of, oh yeah, here we go. That's something that should be celebrated and praised. But a lot of y'all lost your way. Shame on you. Shame on you, monkey motherfuckers that's supposed to have some kind of influence, fake influence too, but because of social media, so you got some kind of popularity, right? And you pretended like you were about this DeFi, consistent life supporting Richard, and you since showed and presented lies, contradictions, hypocrisy, and monkey shit. Like, y'all are crazy. Every one of y'all. All these influencers that they pretended to be diehard hardcore that has showed something else. Come on, man. Your credibility is 99% down, man. You want to talk about Hex is 99% down? No, some of these OGs and diehard hardcore Hexicans that pretended to be real, their credibility and validity is 99% down. And they're gonna have to move mountains to earn that type of credibility or respect back from the people who paid attention to what they've been doing, because it's on the internet. It's disgusting. It's crazy. And then want to double and triple back and continue to be for real, continue to be wrong and strong the whole way. They don't even care. Void of a conscience. You know what I mean? 100% forgot where they came from and how they got there and dismiss it. Of 100% checks my work. Forgot where they came from, bruh. And I say bruh with the respect, you know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I mean, but you know, respectfully. Pronouns, you already know, you know. I don't go by pronouns, but you already know. They forgot where they came from. You know what I mean? ID was playing a very old RA stream where RA said that people want to market their product should pay a big YouTuber to market it on a video. Something these sacrifice projects should do. Where Richard Lott said people that want to market their product should pay a big YouTuber to market. Bruh. I hear you, man. I hear you. Like, but you know, all that paid big YouTuber, they don't care. You know what I mean? These people got millions, right? It's true. Some people they're good at something, but they're not good at something else. You have developers that know how to program and code, but they're shitty at marketing. They're shitty at business people. You have marketers that know how to market, but they don't know anything about code. They know nothing about the inner workings on that level, right? You have promoters that know how to promote. Same thing with the marketers, blah, blah, blah. Everyone has to fit a role, right? Everyone has to fit a role. And over here, you've been given millions of dollars, right? For example, RH figures, listen, Move RH, he got 1.6 billion. 1.6 billion from the people. That's there, right? Cool. He went on a outrage campaign, got some extra thousands of subscribers, still can't break 500,000. Still can't break 500,000 on Twitter. After twerking in front of a peacock, buying cars and all this expensive stuff, and the world's largest diamond, someone dropped a dime on him and complained and cried to the SEC. So here we are now. Speculation. That's just my opinion. Right? Right? All right, cool. That only got him 340,000 on Twitter. All these efforts. He got a movie in his likeness. I've said this already before. Yo, they created a motion picture for this guy. Motion picture. And I'm sure it wasn't cheap because it wasn't made from a Samsung, from an iPhone. A motion picture, y'all. And he still don't even have 1 million followers. The dude got a movie out in the world, like a movie, full-fledged. These guys, nondescript. All these other people, not RH, all these other people, first of all, they're not him, right? But they got all these millions. You think they will pay any big YouTuber? Because YouTube, that whole thing is a sham scam too. Shammy scammy, sketchy, nefarious, you know what I'm saying? Bad actors throughout the whole YouTube crypto thing, yo. All of them, man. To hell with all of them. The big ones, fake big ones that pay to play. They don't deserve anybody's money to talk about nothing, man, because what people are going to see when these green candles start to print, folks are going to be chasing that, man. And you know what? Everybody's still not going to know about it. Everyone's still not going to know about it. Everyone, meaning the entire world, still won't know. And it's okay. But we know. That's why we're here. We're here for a reason. We're here for a reason. We know what we know. We've been, bestowed upon, like endowed with this type of information and opportunity that may or may not handsomely reward us. We're here for a reason. I watched somebody on my timeline as millions of followers. They shilling coins from Solana. Got millions of 10 million followers on Twitter. And all he's doing is shilling meme coins on Solana. Excuse me. We don't have anybody like that in Hex that's been public, in Pulse Chain in the community that's been public, that's been doing. Imagine that. You got, folks that fighting each other to break 100K, 200K subscribers or followers on Twitter, that's fighting each other on who has the best meme-ish type philosophy. We don't have one nondescript person that just came out of nowhere that's playing with the crypto game, even at minimum, just promoting shit coins with 1 million followers yet. 2 million, 10 million, and is $ some on Solana of all chains. Come on, man. Like, it's a lot, man. It's a lot going on. Dino X 5555. Another day, another opportunity, buying time with T. Exactly. 100%. Hope you're having a great one too. Hope you're having a great day with you and yours. Yeah, man, them t-shirts are powerful, man. They don't respect it though, but that's their loss. That's their loss. Blockchain Reality TV. For real, man. That's what this stuff is right here. Entertainment. Crypto Gains Club. What's going on? He says all a psyop. Hex saves you from yourself, from all the distractions. 100%. 100%. Imagine you come here, like you got your free airdrop May 2023, and then you did nothing and just checked on whatever you got going on like today. You didn't do anything. You didn't sell nothing. Come on, man. You missed out on 15 months of stupidity, of craziness. Some may say gains, but yeah, okay, good for you if you got gains, good for you. But you respect your peace of mind too. You respect your peace of mind. You respect life. You respect the opportunity that this thing didn't disappear on us. That you respect that this chain actually exists now. That we received the free airdrops. Right? You respect the opportunity that if you decide that you like what you received, as far as especially the main coins and what you sacrificed for, you could acquire more because DCA, right? But even less than what you sacrificed, you could acquire more. With the same bread that you sacrifice or whatever, played that game, you use that same bread if you're fortunate enough to have it and acquire more at below sacrifice prices. If you believe in this thing, man, it's opportunity, man. It's about perspective and how you see it. And man, like super grateful. Imagine, man. Imagine if I launched some garbage on the people. I launched some garbage. I did some liquidity nonsense garbage. As if that doesn't have risk, right? So I'm doing that. I build my community of garbage heathens that's following me straight to hell, but we making a bag, and then I'm shitting on RH consistently. Oh man, RH, that guy. We making money. Y'all following me because the people who are following me is not necessarily everybody, but certain people are following me because you got the inside. I got the inside crew that I give them the heads up on when I'm doing my next move. And they go maximize off of that. And me, I go burn some tokens and act like I'm noble. Meanwhile, if I'm acting like I'm noble, I might really believe that I'm doing a noble deed. But the people in my camp, all they care about is making money. Insiders. And I'm shitting on RH. And then within my insiders, because it never fails, you got people that complain among each other. This never fails. There's no honor among fucking ruthless heathens, thieves. There's no honor. Never fails. How many times we've seen within the last 15 months, people drop dime on each other within their own communities. Folks laughed, talk shit about each other. But when they were all together, it was all good. It was all good. Right? Until a week ago. How many times? Oh, I used to be a part of this exclusive, inside, shady group. But because they did something I didn't like, I'm exposing them. But when you were a part of them, it was all fine and dandy. Huh? People crazy, man. Very immature. Very immature. You find a lot of childish behavior taking place here among people who act like they're smart, fake smart. You know, I'm surrounded by people who know more about this than me. I'm not acting like I'm super intelligent, not at all. I just apply common sense and sprinkle a little logic and try to be rational with what I'm doing, man. Simple man. The older I'm getting, the more simple things need to be for me. That's what works for me. I don't need jargon and this and that. And everybody want to do an experiment. Everybody want to do an experiment. These people have done weird things, man. And one thing that I could say, like with Richard too, because I've been critical about him too, but I had to be fair. But certain things Richard does makes absolute no sense to me. Maybe it's not for it to make sense to me, but I've questioned certain things. Like when you celebrating a Hex conference founder, that was weird to me, bro. Like sending a message like that, I'm like, yo, what type of time are you on, bro? This Hex founder, you giving him like this indirect carte blanche to continue to think that he's that guy. And he's done a lot of questionable things in the last 6-7 months in this space. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't resonate. You know what I mean? Like it's bruh. You know what I mean? We'll say, hey everybody, you can now leverage trade. Oh God, bro! Like you wildin'. Like you looking. I know you want attention. You want the people to come use the pulse chain, but celebrating somebody who built leverage trade, not even celebrating the person, but you celebrating the fact that folks can leverage trade on your chain, and always talk about some ladies, liquor, and leverage. You see, but I know it's about bringing eyes and all this stuff. But the methods that's been happening has yielded meager results. I've said this ad nauseum, and it's true, y'all. You celebrating all the lending nonsense that's on the thing because you've always asked, even in streams, and this is the whole, in my opinion, the whole thing of appealing to the degenerate aspect of things. You've always asked, you wish somebody would create something to short Hex. And these snakes in the grass, they saw that as an opportunity and say, all right, we're going to get the bag. We're going to get this sacrifice thing done, and we're going to launch something. We're going to create something for something that already exists on Ethereum, but we're going to package it with some sexual connotation to it and give it to the people. And now they're going to be able to short Hex, do whatever they want, i.e. leverage trade. Who's getting rich off of that right now, yo? Who's getting rich off of that? Who's gotten rich off of doing that? And since dude has changed his tune, because I asked him on Twitter, yo, what you mean about all you leaders getting together to break the Hex maxis, the Richard Hart maxi? What you mean by that? What'd he say on Twitter? Oh, that doesn't sound like me. I didn't say that. That doesn't even make sense for me to say something like that. Man, come on, bro. You copping a plea. You got caught with your tail between your legs, wagging, hitting your chin. That's why I miss me. Dude got no respect for me, man. Zero. I'll respect a Charles Hoskinson before I respect him. I'll respect Craig Satoshi Vision Wright before I respect this dude, bro. I'll never respect that guy ever again, man. You couldn't even stand on as a man on Twitter talk. You couldn't even stand on your fake podium on Twitter. I'm never gonna meet you and keep it real. You still had to lie, bruh. and hide behind the fact that you erased that spaces. You know what I mean? Stupid. Rodrigo Baltazar says, brother, what's your opinion about EHEX? You know, I'm one to, as far as EHEX goes, I don't like disrespecting an old friend. You know what I mean? Like, and not so disrespecting an old friend, but leaving an old friend behind in a way, right? Like everything started from the Ethereum derivative that we know as Hex. It all started from Hex. It all started off of Ethereum. You know, I've also learned that one person, two people, maybe 100 people can't control an entire market. I've also learned that things are run by emotions in this market period. Just like even in legacy, it's all emotional. Irrational exuberance is emotion based, right? Ethereum, their fees suck. You know, too expensive. It's trash. Doesn't mean that Hex doesn't work. Doesn't mean that Hex stopped working. You know, like I can't see myself emergency end staking long-term stakes just because Richard Hart put out two tweets, one in August of 2023 and one this year, I think it was March, that the market decided about which Hex has more value and migrating over to Pulse Chain is better than paying attention to EHEX or Ethereum Hex. Okay, that's cute. You saying the market decided, and the market very well may have decided, but I can't forget. I'm not gonna pretend like EHEX doesn't have, like, it's valueless. I'm not gonna say that. You know what I mean? You know, we watching it unfold a certain way. Like, I thought Hex was Hex on everywhere, every chain, but apparently it's not. I learned that the like the hard way. I thought Hex was Hex everywhere. Apparently, I'm gonna say this. Apparently, the market thinks differently. Because you can't tell me something that you say is code, the same code, it's the same car on a different highway or a different freeway. And because it's on a different freeway, it's not the same car. I don't know. Again, the market is because of market sentiment and consensus. Like, if people believe it being what it is, then we're going to see the value. We're going to see the money support that belief. Where's the liquidity? You know what I mean? You're going to see that. Like, you're going to see that. The first way you're going to see that is the money supporting the belief from the consensus of the people, in my opinion. I'm not going to forget an old friend, though, because it was that old friend that got me to where I am today. And he's playing a weird game. And that's the weirdo lane. Like, to me, I'm not disrespecting him, but that's that weirdo energy lane with that EHEX PX that I stay away from, because I'm like, yo, that y'all, man, come on, man. What are you doing? You know, like, what is this? I get it though, but I don't care for it. I don't care for how everything transpired with that EHEX PHEX. Is that's the kind of thing that people use again to work against RH. Like, they blame him for that. They don't blame the market, they blame him for that. But some things he's done is questionable to me. Nobody's perfect. Put his neck out there on certain things, you jump out the window, say certain things, and then it's like, come on, bro. What? So people are very pissed off to this day about that, yo. Like, you you know what I mean? I'm not gonna forget about. I'm not gonna pretend like eHex doesn't exist. It's just the thing about it. Like I said, Ethereum costs suck. The prices for Ethereum are trash. I don't like how they trash. If it was hovering where Pulse Chain is hovering, like real cheap, right? Cost affordable, like very cheap transactions. I don't think we'd be having the same. I don't think the market would feel, it's Ethereum we're talking about here. We're talking about Ethereum, right? Like not ETH proof of work or ETH fair. We're not talking about those chains. We're talking about Ethereum. You know what I mean? Not ETH Classic. We talk about Ethereum, right? If Ethereum prices go down to such a level, right, where everything is cheap and affordable and you could do this and you don't have to get your wallets violated with all these expensive high costs and fees, oh, that's going to be interesting days. If it ever get to that point, it'll be interesting days. And if Ethereum could figure that out, Pulse Chain will be even more inexpensive. So it's a win-win-win, right? Because whatever upgrades or whatever downgrade improvements that's done on Ethereum, they say Pulse could adopt the same thing too. That's fire. Imagine what the implications are with that. Oh, man, it's opportunity upon opportunity, man. In my opinion, we blessed. Stop the foolishness, folks. We blessed. We here. We here. Lovely day, evening, morning, noon, night. You listen to an old man talk about some timing is everything. I got no basis of nothing. I'm just rambling, and you're rocking with me this long. Bless all your hearts. I'm saying, man, we living through history, man. This is being recorded. Like we're living through the annals of history. This is being documented, folks. Like this is always gonna be on the internet for as long as YouTube exists. And we're witnessing, participating on these blockchains for as long as electricity, right, and code exists. Woo. Glorious. Glorious. Jay Everything saying what's up to Alan Fizz of May. Those Steezy in the building, what's up? Those Steezy. Those Steezy's Wonder speaking fast. Appreciate that, Crypto Games Club. Those Steezy said it was all good till a week ago. 100%. Yeah, that's strange, man. Strange behavior. Strange behavior. Alan says the next move is to have people sacrifice their coins they sacrifice for and release a new sacrifice for a new project that will take them nowhere but broke town. And people will justify 100%. Just like they've done. Just like they've been justifying to this day. They will justify their crazy behaviors. I can't tell you, man. Man, I'm about to drop a link and rock with y'all for a little minute before I bounce. Let me drop a link, man. See what's good. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've done that. Been a minute. What we doing? What we doing? Everybody welcome. But if you come with some funny business, you out of here. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? But look, it is what nobody cares. Nobody cares, man. But we care about great things. Care about great things, man. Moondog, Tin Top, what's up, man? Tin Top is everywhere, you're never there. Okay? Tin Top is everywhere, you're never there. Man, I catch Tin Top everywhere, man. What's up, Tin Top? What's up to everybody here, man? What's up to everyone here? I'm letting y'all know Tin Top is everywhere, you're never there. Tin Top consistently consistent everywhere, man. Salute. Pulse Chain has already enabled the next gen index innovation with a game. Moondog, what's happening? What's happening? It's a game app already launched for a game in pre-alpha now. And people don't even know it yet. Still pretty. Oh man, it's very early. That's a great point. It is so early, man. We so early. This is why I say, yo, we are so blessed. We could still make some things happen. If you were in a position where you had to sell your bags, man, I understand. There's no judgment. I don't sell shame. For me, I learned that from the whole hourglass days. Like I don't sell shame. Like who cares? You sell, you sell. That's what's you're afforded to do that. But that's the thing. Like let's say you sell, you can still stay, get back in the game, man. We don't know how long these prices are gonna be where they're at. We don't know, but you can still get back in the game, man. Talk about 4 zeros and a little number. Get a little bag and walk away, live life, come back later. Might be happy, might be very happy. Alan Fizame says what's up to Tin Top and Moon Dog. Moon Dog returning the greetings. Quas the kid, you cooking? Wonder what's up, man? He said I'm cooking. Appreciate it, man. Y'all inspire me to cook, man. That's real talk. Y'all be inspiring me to cook. Yeah, these people. We saw the green candles. You saw how the sentiments are shifting. These people talking among each other like, oh damn, man, what we gonna do, man? Our subculture is imploding. The sub community, our subculture is imploding. Oh man, what we gonna do? Yeah, I told y'all. They're not gonna hold on to your coins, man. They're gonna chase Hex, Pulse Chain, Pulse X. And I'm telling y'all, they're not holding on to your non-RH coins. That's how people are. That's how people are. I saw it with Ethereum. You hold the ERC20. Once Ethereum starts to rip, people are dumping their whatever they got going on to buy the ETH. And then when BTC is ripping, people are dumping their ETH and Binance and whatever else they got going on to chase BTC. It's real like that. Think about all the nondescript RH coins we got going on over here that everybody want to act like they got the secret sauce. It's like they're gambling and doing all this because they know where the real is at. The real opportunity, like there's opportunity, but they know where the real. How are you giving up on RH? You can't give up on that. You're giving up on. Come on, bro. As conceited as he is, as goal-driven, right? As goal-driven as he is to really continue to be what he's doing and help everybody get mad gains, nobody talks like that. No other founder says things like that. Mad gains, like to help other people. If he has a mental problem, as long as his mental problem helps people get mad gains, then he's good with that. He said that. Man, I wish I had the clip, man. He said that, joint, yo. No one talks. Vitalik don't talk like that. Vitalik don't give a fuck. Bless his heart, but he don't. He don't care. Yo, man, I talk too much, man. Y'all be having me ramble. It's that DJ, the 504 grinder says, yo, Wonder, I'm on the plane from hot ass Vegas and you're live. Definitely gonna make 100 to 1,000x when that tech exists. I hear you, man. Yo, that's fire, man. I hope you enjoy and have a good trip. Safe trip, man. Yeah, you listen to me talk, man. Yo, DJ the 504 grinder, man. I hope you enjoy your trip. Safe travels, bro. Thanks for your viewership. Thanks for the viewership for everybody here, y'all. Everybody here, yo. I do this not only for me, but I do this for the people, man. I do this for y'all too, man. It's a symbiotic, it's a working mutual respect and relationship that we got going on, yo. And I know and understand, not that I know, but I understand that a lot of people can't stand me because of the Hex, Pulse Chain, and Pulse X game. I don't do this to be liked. You know, like I'm not doing this to garner hate, but I don't do this for popularity, man. I gotta look at my channel. I look at all the videos of the last 3 years. I've been just nothing but magenta, orange, purple, blue, and green and red. That's it. Magenta, orange, blue, purple, green, and red. That's all it's been. And I'm good with that, yo. Because, yo, this feels good, bruh. Like, Hex is amazing, man. Hex is an amazing situation. People don't like that it's 99% down, but it does not take away from the potential. Okay? It doesn't take away from what it could do and what it's going to do. If it was over for Hex, Hex would be below its all-time low. That's my whole point. I don't believe it's over. I don't believe it's over for Pulse Chain or blockchain. People, come on. I believe that everything will work out with this boogeyman versus Richard Hart. The lawsuit thing, I believe everything is going to work out, right? I believe that Pulse X is going to do amazing. You can't have everything you want when you want it. I believe INC token, like that, folks that count that out, they count that out. They just think that this is going to be a permanent dump token. All this negative propaganda they give to INC. I believe INC will do amazing, great things as far as surprise people by way of just price action, by way of making mad gains, the maddest of gains, folks. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that INC is gonna, feed me a cup of chicken soup. No. I'm talking about INC printing nothing but intangible, consistent monetary blessings, man. Because it has a great leader to follow, such as Hex. You understand? Like, I look at it like they're competing among each other. That's why I don't care about these other coins. I'm looking at 4 tokens competing amongst each other and versus the world. But I'm thinking about which of the 4, because they're all going to be trailblazers. Which of the 4? Well, you're talking about a man saying that he designed these things to do multiple X's because the predecessors that they are modeled by have done many X's. Bruh, I'm watching these things compete among. I don't need to hold a bag of meme tokens. I don't need, because technically speaking, let's be for real, all of this are meme tokens. They're all starting from Bitcoin, yo. Bitcoin is a meme. They're all meme tokens. It's just about how to use them for your benefit, right? Some have seriously fire utility. I'm watching 1, 2, 3, 4 of these coins compete with each other because that's what they're doing. It's a beautiful situation, man. And they all have their capabilities, man. I'm good with that. That's why I'm going to keep talking about it. And only that, I don't care about anybody, what anybody else got going on. Never will. Until something better than Hex, Pulse Chain, Pulse X. You know what I mean? Like, until then, it's this. Like I said, if 5 years from now, the shanty token of the day, if the whatever shanty token, as far as some shanty sketchy glizzy coin that came out today, that came out the last year, that was not RH related, if people are still talking about the shanty glizzy shitcoin that was created in 23 and 24, if they're still talking about it in 5 years from now, salute. Because he really created something that has some kind of product market fit. Heck's about to be 5 years. We still talking about it. Uh-huh. Pulse chain just came out. Oh man, there's no stopping. That'll be talked about for as long as crypto exists. Yeah, Pulse X, crazy, crazy. So now that's Pulse Chain's brother, Pulse Chain's fraternal sister. What are we talking about, right? Twin sister, twin brother, whatever you want. That's right there. That's right. That's hand in hand. That's that. Come on, son. And then you bubbling, you doing your farm thug thizzle, whizzle, pizzle, and getting some INC to keep you in the mizzle. Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's special, bruh. Special. Bong, bong, ba-dum, bong, 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 bong. Special. Yeah. Yeah. Glorious, man. Feeling fantastic. Feeling great. Can't you tell? Yo, man, but seriously, man. Seriously, y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the winners. Shout out to the people that just been sick. Listen, I don't care how big your bags are. I don't care if you don't have any bags. If you just watching, just so simply watching, salute to you, man. If you're just in a space where you just entered this space and you're learning, salute to you. Salute to you. Because this right here, you're not gonna get this type of information in the world, like as far as like, yo, what's the Pulse Chain community about? What's Pulse X? What's all this stuff going? You're not gonna hear this on CNN. You're not gonna watch this on whatever type of, nationally syndicated TV show. No, you're gonna get that here, not on the Crypto Wonder podcast. You're gonna get it, in the community, like at large, man. It's so much to grasp, so much to understand, so much value that's present, potential value. Like, folks, take advantage, man. Maximize and capitalize. I don't care how small your bags are. Like, put some in a piggy bank, put something in your crypto bank. That's yours, that nobody could take away from you, man. Set yourself up properly, man. If you're 20 years old, if you're 30 years old, if you're 40 years old and you here, you're winning. You're winning. You're 20 years old and you're in this space, man. You understand how blessed you are? You're 25 years old and you in this thing. You understand how blessed you are? 30, right? Like, yo, God, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. You get my point? Because this is going against everything we were taught to believe in. Putting the money in our mattress. This is going against all that. Depending on some type of bank that's paying you pennies a year, interest. This is going against all that. Right? Slaving for 50 years and you could barely retire, but you're getting an allowance for a social security check. After slaving 50 years, your body all messed up. You can't do what you once could do 50 years ago because your body's different, because you went through all this painstaking, arduous tasks that you had to, endure. This is supposed to, in order to counter, but table and balance all these things, man. Afford you an opportunity to become debt free. Folks, this ain't a joke. It's not a joke. Don't take it lightly. Some people like to play with the hypersensualized nonsense because they're immature. These are not folks that you should take seriously. They're immature. They lash out when they don't hear something that you like. They can't have, like honest discourse and mature civil debates, disagreements, and blah, blah, blah. I had a disagreement with RG3. We chopped it up. But I don't have the patience to have conversations with many people here, though. As far as like, you know what I mean? Like the majority of the people I would talk about, like these people that are identified as these, fake cabal, all these guys, that I don't have the desire to expend any energy there. That's why I just talk. I talk to y'all. I'm not gonna convince some scamming rug puller that he should do better. No, they exist to allow us to see what we don't want to become. Let them be. Let them do what they do. I believe in what goes around comes around. I really believe in that. I believe in cause and effect. I believe in karma. I believe in some of these things. What you put out, you get back. So they're going to get back what they put out. It was not on my time, and definitely not on my dime. You know? %. This will go down in the annals of history. Yeah, man. There you go. In the annals of history, 100%, man. I'm saying 100%. You already know, man. People don't understand, man. Gotta, 100%. Information flows right through us, man. I get it. Yes, I much rather pay a penny if that versus $3. I hear you. The Ethereum fees or whatever. Maybe you talk about that. I hear you. Hex Monkey, what's up? So nice to be in the green finally. Yeah, man, it's glorious, isn't it? Isn't it? Think about what you went through to get here. And many more to come. Many more opportunities, right? Think about what we went through to stand to get here, folks. Those of us that have just been, man, we special out here, man. We're different. We're different. We're cut from a different crypto cloth. We're cut from a different crypto cloth and understanding and mindset, man. Shout out to y'all that have been tried and true. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. And I'm gonna start naming y'all as best as I can right now. Because why not? Shout out to y'all in here that just like, hey. Shout out to y'all, man. You know I salute everybody here when I get a chance. Sometimes I can't do that. Shout out to y'all. But when I'm thinking about, and I'm gonna be fair and really mention names here right now, right? Like people who have been consistent, that matters. That matters. The new people, I'm gonna work my way from the present and go a little bit back. Pulse Nation, shout out, Pulse Nation. I don't give a listen, man. Pulse Nation, they've been holding the torch in all this. Whether you like RH, don't like RH, none of that. They listen. Shout out to them for keeping the message consistent, unwavered. Shout out to Wales Only. Unwavered. Even though his most recent works, he says they don't, they're not like how they used to be as far as like crypto based in a sense. But shout out to Wales for just keeping the message. Like keep just towing the line. Hexologist has also recently, like within the last year, presented like news and stuff, but been towing the line. I know I was gonna start from the new and jump back, but however it comes out, it's coming out. That's just spirit. Hexologist, bro. Like, yo, you gotta listen here, man. That level of consistency counts for many things. It counts for something in a space where, man, we were faced with all kinds of adversity, fake mental, psychological operations, right? What they call psyops to distract us, man. Right? I've seen Huddle Dog on Twitter holding the line. Not with the nonsense. You know what I mean? Not with the nonsense. Like when I say that, I'm talking about, yo, you RH, this is what it is. You start off, boom, which is hard, like, you know, Hex, Pulse, Chain, Pulse, like that. Starting with Hex. Johnny Chaos, starting with Hex. This is what it is. Like, boom, 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 boom. This is it. Conviction. Conviction. I don't care if you like everybody or not. It's just what it's been. You know, identity block. My goodness, bro. Consistent. Like it's just been. This is the thing. That's it. Hex. Like, you know, pushing the thing. Whether you like folks or not, it's just the message been consistent. Consistent, man. Big pep, man. Like, doesn't really stream as much anymore, but like every time he's streaming, it's like the theme, the same. Again, in no particular order with all this either, you know, but the theme has been the same. The theme has been the same. Okay. Shows, excuse me, shows like what the hex. With DJ Cryptomatic and his teams. I gotta drink water. Y'all got me talking all this long and got me like right? Like this is what it's been. Consistent. Consistency matters, yo. You know, DJ Crypto might have been towing the line. I remember Hex Asians, like, was it Hex Asia in the morning before the other show that would come on? I think it was Tuesday mornings or something like that. Those guys towing the line, but I'm saying I don't see them as much anymore. But shout out to them. You know, with D-Raj, Dr. D-Raj was part of that collective too. Like, shout out to those who've been consistent, bruh. Creating information, creating content, hard work. Like this isn't easy, right? Valiant Brand, he stopped streaming for a minute, but he deserves that type of recognition too. But he stopped for a minute. But I'm talking about those that have been like around, right? Like even through these murky times, these fake dark times, right? Like you just still kept doing it. Like, whether you like people or not, Dot's child created content when he could, consistent content, but kept towing the line about The consistent message. Consistent message. You know, it wasn't just about simply like interviewing everybody to build your channel popularity and invite voices to talk about stuff and new projects and ideas. It was deeper than that. We're not talking about that. That has a purpose for a certain purpose. I'm talking about the folks that just been towing the line, consistent with the messaging. Okay. Because there's been plenty of people that came through, built their channels off of interviewing people and doing all kinds of stuff, and they didn't have any real central origin, a reference point of absolute unwavered conviction for Richard Hart related coins, especially Hex, starting with Hex. No, they pretended like they did, but they want to talk to 1,000 different people to build their channel for attention and get no real recognition. It's fake recognition they get on social media because they succumb to the aspects of the social engineering that's riddled throughout this whole thing, man. And none of it is making them rich. But that's what they fall victim to. I'm not talking about them. Like, it's what it is. Like, we all looking for attention. We are. On some shape, form, or fashion. I'm looking for it too. We are. We're here. I'm talking with the people. That's attention. Come on, man. Not many left. Not many left. But we've been here, and that counts for something. That counts for something. Appreciate that, Cookie. Appreciate that. You're welcome. You're welcome. Tail 7 in the building. What's going on? Tail 7, longtime supporter. Hope all is well. Moondog says humans stored information better than most after systems for a long time. Then we built machines which competed on an individual level, then networked them. Web 2 was the birthing place of those networks, but human manipulation, tendencies, centralization, link non-central. Giving birth to hardened, evolved permanent Web 3 blockchain bedrock. Man, I'm reading all this here, and look who jumped in. Look who jumped in. Man, I'm reading the man's thing, and he jumped in. Salute to Moondog. Salute to Moondog. Your volume, your mic. Oh, you unmute. Oh, you might have to unmute the mic. I'm trying to unmute it, but I can't. You might have to yeah.
I'm unmuted, but unless are you getting an echo right now? Because if so, I won't bother trying to fix my headphones.
Oh no, I can hear you. You getting an echo?
So I'm gonna mute myself real quick. I can jump out. I try to get my stats before I jump.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Cookie the Chocolate says yes. Shout out to Pulse Nation. They are a rock. They're a rock. 100%. 100%. TLDR, understand. what we are doing here matters. Literally writing the blockchain record and supporting it. I'm trying to multitask and I do a very poor job at it, folks. You gotta excuse me. And supporting it with our voices, actions, energy, etc., to bring forth the future from the ether. Fire. This man is like a blockchain philosopher in a way. The Moondog, man, if you're able to come jump on the panel again, man. I think you like a blockchain philosopher, man. You know? Fire. DJ Cryptomatic. Oh, what's up, DJ Cryptomatic? What the heck, Scoop? Yeah. Yeah, man. I was just saying that I was naming you and a few other people that have just been consistent this whole time. Consistent without any funny business, like, strange, weird things going on, interviewing 100 different projects, and which has its place, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about, right, towing the line, giving the message, sharing the message, spreading the word, encouraging conversation, learning. We've been learning. All of us been learning together. Like, I learned from you all. I don't learn this by myself. Learn this from you all, like, for years. Over the years, like, I've only been in this community 3 years. Now 3.5. Now 3.5 years. Like, learned a ton, man, and it doesn't stop. And I'm excited about that. Like, that's crazy. Like, you would think after 3.5 years, you'd want to, all right, I got enough. I'm good. Nah, it keeps going. It keeps building, it keeps adding. And this is, with Hex alone, like, imagine everything else. Like, folks, man. No, there's some of us that are out here, and there's very few that have been vocal, consistent, vocal, towing the thing. In real time, which matters a lot. Timing is everything. Some dude croaking on the it. Oh, this guy's out of control too, man. He said puff. Right. Puff pass. I know, right? I know that sounded. It sounded like I'm on the street with whales, right? Moondog, Ledur.
How you guys doing? Sorry about that.
No, it's all
got
good.
2 sets of headphones that look very similar. One of them's dead on me, so
it's all good. It's all good.
Take care of that. I was multitasking.
I
did it before I got in, but I missed it.
Yeah.
Was allegedly not with me, but I'm gonna say the way some of the comments I had made in the chat before I even realized there was a StreamYard link, timing worked out anyway. So love and light, y'all.
Yeah, man. It's fire, man. So because I was just saying, like, the blockchain, it seemed like you strike me as some form of a blockchain student or a philosopher, if you will, man. Like, the way you explain yourself in the comments you put together, I think is very, very interesting, man. Like, are you a part of the DeFi, like, or you do other things outside in the world of crypto? Like, what's up, man? Talk. Let's get to know some of you.
Sure.
Yeah.
I love that characterization and the questions and this fucking music, man. It's making me bump. So I'm multitasking right now. It's probably gonna put me in a flow. It's fine, but I'm gonna try to not get too sidetracked, or at
all
least if
good.
I do so, try to do so in an amusing enough way to, bring some value. But
So
so government birth name, David Lee Durr. My family name, shamanic name, Moondog. Something given to me before I got into crypto, or got deep into crypto. I've been messing around with crypto, using it in the background, following various tech, but I kind of put it in the back burner. I was doing some other stuff. So what gave me the time to jump back into it deeper was right before the pandemic. I had a new partner that I set him up. We bought 100 doors during the last quarter of 2019. So we bought a couple of multifamilies and then a package of 70 single family houses. We were getting all that rolling. COVID hits, and the financing lender tells us, we put $2 million into an escrow reserve for a $10 million line of credit to get these things, up to snuff and take care of this thing that's called an opportunity zone, which for all y'all that get successful enough in crypto, here's a little bit of tax, and I'll try to do the quick. So first of all, who knows the gold? Well, there's a few of them, and one of them who has the gold makes the rules, and who has the time to run for election that sets all of the tax laws. Usually, these politicians already have their real estate their wealth where we can. Look, we all know that like 90% of real estate is either made in, or 70% is made in it, and 90% of it's stored in real estate for a reason. And there's a lot of reasons. Part of it is the inherent real value to it. The other part is the game that all these politicians and their families are playing, and the ones who have time to play it, and the ones who have time to set the rules. So golden rule, I like the other one about treating others how you want to be treated, which is a great place to start for a kid. They say milk for babes, meat for men. As you mature, I would hope that you can differentiate yourself from other individuals enough to understand that a better rule would be treating them how they would like to be treated to the best of your understanding. Because golden rule is great, but a juvenile counterexample is, well, what if I'm a masochist? Then treating everyone like a sadist is completely justifiable because that's how I want to be treated. It's like, okay, yeah. So it's a good broad strokes. These cliches have truth that's baked into them, but then as it gets like out to the public, it gets diluted in a way. So those are some of my philosophizings there. But so anyways, the lenders didn't perform for us. They're supposed to, here's how it was going to work. They're going to give us $10 million back. So they're going to give us the first 2 million after 90 days, and then every 60 days, another 2 million in 5 tranches. So between March and October, we're going to get the 10 million to inject into these properties, bring them up to an opportunity. Oh, I didn't even tell my tax rule. Step up in basis is something that Opportunity Zone Fund gave us access to. That when most people are talking to you about taxes, they're playing a little bit of a bait and switch. They're telling you that you don't have to pay. They're confusing tax deferred with tax exempt. Okay. Now there is a way to turn tax deference into tax exemption. And the easiest way, the most well-known way that the families have used for generational wealth is called a step up in basis, which is you defer all of your wealth your entire lifetime. You live off of the cash flow, or you defer all your tax burden your entire lifetime. It's deferred. It's not gone. It's still owed. But with a step up in basis, when you die, your estate can actually now liquidate at the new rate. And so it wipes out all of that deference that you did for your lifetime. So step up in basis is powerful. The problem is you usually have to die to get it. At least that's a problem for a lot of people's planning, the way that they're trying to play the game. Opportunity Zone, one of the things that our former, and it looks like likely to be future president, did whenever he came in with his real estate buddies or whatever. So whether you like him or not, I'm just telling you guys some background info on fucking flowing what's hitting me as I go. So I'm a channel,
Got you.
It's like a buffet. If you take what works for you, if you don't like it, leave it for someone else. But
got you.
But one of the things that he did, Opportunity Zone Fund, it gives access to developing certain areas of real estate in a way where you can get access to a step up in basis as long as you're meeting certain accountability criteria and actually developing that area and not doing some of the other shenanigans that people have been known, shorter term games. So you can have a 10-year time frame where if you're responsible enough and you have the stewardship and the vision and access to resources, you have the opportunity to develop a community and to have access to this thing that was being used in a much darker way, just the way, at least the way I'm laying it out right now. And the thing is, I'd already bought those 70 properties just because it's my experience in real estate before so my mom ran a meth lab out of our kitchen growing up. I'm the one out of my 9 half brothers and siblings, you know, that made it out, or the first one. I took care of my baby sister, got her out. But it's like the first one, I never met him because he's dead. The next one was put up for adoption. I actually met her last year going to my other sister's funeral, who I met for the first time at my grandma's funeral. That kind of like, that was my childhood or my imprint.
Yeah.
But I got tested as this fucking high ass IQ, whatever, who gives a shit by whatever. So I got protected and shuttled a little bit through the system to where like, and ended up getting I got appointed to West Point. So a fancy Ivy League. Here's a Snapple fact for people. Ivy League comes from a football league. That's what it originally was. So West Point and Annapolis are not only a part of the original Ivy League football league, but put it this way, West Point has a lower, you have to have a congressional nomination just to apply for West Point. That's a part of the application process. And amongst those who already have got a congressional nomination, there's still a lower acceptance than Harvard. So there's some numbers to make me look important, guys. Look, hey, West Point's a cool place. It really is.
Military?
Yes. So I was actually already prior enlisted. And I didn't want to go to West Point. That's the thing. I was in a pipeline where even if the conventional military was doing what the fuck ever, I knew that we were making a local impact, small teams, you know, but it's a 2-year pipeline to even get trained to be able to do this stuff.
Yeah.
So I get passed through a few commanders during this time. And one of them, his dream had been to go to West Point. He sees my potential. He's like, fuck you. I would have given my left nut for this opportunity, blocked all my orders, said you're going whether you like it or not. So, you know, that's what I got when I signed up for a legal indentured servitude contract enlisting in the military in the first place. So,
that's fire, man. It's fire, man.
West Point. So fun thing there. You can't have any legal dependents at West Point. I would have had to wait 4 years and then another 5 years to even get back into the qualification course I was in to do what I wanted to do. So 10 years to go back where I wanted and then finish the 2-year training. And then here's what happens. Because the Army invested so much in you, I would get to do maybe 2 or 3 years on a team doing what I actually wanted to do. And then they stick me in some fucking staff position, politicking bullshit that I would be a fire hazard to the office, in all honesty, whether that's literal or metaphysical. You take your pick. So
right.
Either way, but that's why, you know, I chose my path. But at West Point, here's what happened. Met a girl. You can't have any legal dependents at West Point, so you can't be married or have kids. So I met her. You know, we're committed to each other. We get pregnant, and her parents also happen to be, pastors down here in Houston, where I'm at now. So we had some family choices to make. And the only things that had been more important to me coming from the dysfunction that I did as a kid than my service that I was trying to do, you know, through the military and the path that was given to me from just the brain or whatever the fuck I've been given. My mom is probably doing meth in the womb. I haven't done drug. Growing up the way that I did, I was very averse to any type of, like, my mama was in and out of 12-step programs. So I got to see, you know, I grew up with whatever my neuroarchitecture is. Asperger's is what people more likely to call it these days. Gifted and talented is what they called it back in the 90s.
Gotcha.
But I was growing up in 12-step programs, listening to people telling their stories, you know, and I got to see the dark side, people talking about dark stuff, but also be human. So I got that. And then also I got to, whenever she relapsed, see the other side of it. So, and I had a baby sister to take care of. And so I got my baby sister out of there. That was the other thing. So I left West Point when we got pregnant because my only thing that was bigger than me in my service was like having a functional family. That was the path. And I thought I was going to have to wait for that just because of the barriers that the Army, you know, they put in it. But if it happened, I mean, it happened. So I'm going to take care of it. Moved to Houston. I have 4 kiddos now, so 3 boys, baby girl.
Oh, baby girl. God bless.
Out of all of this, if the question is, who am I? The shortest answer is I'm a forefather first.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm spirit guide mostly, just by
Right.
virtue of being a father to 4 little souls.
Right,
I'm
right.
pretty flexible otherwise, you know, whether
That's
it's
fine.
the art that I got, being literally #1 physically at the academy whenever I
Yeah.
left, all kinds of cool shit. And now in the
That's
Hex
dope.
ecosystem, knowing this shit, like the Hex
Yeah.
Flex, I hope to bring that shit to a whole level to help bring the
Yeah.
to help bring the attention. Because here's a truth that's even bigger than me.
Mm.
And let me reset so they can actually deliver it appropriately.
Mm.
So care is key. Care is literally what creates the worlds. What you care enough to spend time on, exchange energy with, pay attention to, and, you know, put your money, Monai is where that comes from, story of Odin, there's some, but, you know, money is a universal translation that we put to, at least when we're exchanging it. So time, energy, attention, and money, that literally creates the worlds that you experience within yourself, and then emanating externally, and then coming back within, and then how you process it with your time, energy, attention, and then again exchanging. So protect your meat, team. You know, whether you want to MEAT or TEAM. Bitcoin was a monetization of energy. Fucking Hex is a monetization of time. We're all out here competing, you know, for every day we're competing for eyeballs, even just as virtue of the evolutionary process to get to be a forefather. You got to get some attention in the first place. So
right.
But yeah, circling back and jumping through a bunch of cuts. Found Hex 2020 because of the real estate shit. Baby mama got bored.
Oh, okay.
While I was distracted with Hex, and did early unstaked our marriage just shy of 15 years. So I've been dealing with the fallout from that. I'm technically on bond right now. So love and light, y'all. But we went through the first round of, you know, she tried the whole route, criminal court, court, it got acquitted, but she went to civil while that was pending to get something, and then tried new criminal charges on the. So we're doing it. It's fine. I'm going to take care of the babies, and that's it. You know what? Fuck all the noise.
Yeah.
Bless y'all, because that's what I'm here. Is my story isn't about feeling. It's like whatever's relevant in the moment. But I want y'all to know that we live in a world of fucking luxury and abundance. Not even luxury. Fuck that. It is. Thank you, but abundance first. We have this explosion of availability around us. I got a YouTube video about half of a 5-5 steak ago on YouTube. It says David Lee Durr, your hands can solve bigger problems than you think. And I was giving a talk at a local community. It's a secularist, human secularist community, basically like church for people who have been burned by religion. So I was going to talk to them about some of the real life technologies that are emerging onto the marketplace and waiting for human hands to go pick it up and just deliver the healing, the whatever it can to our system that it's waiting for human hands to pick up and go do. Part of the problem is we've been so habituated to the exponential impact of the availability that we have to luxury resources. Like we don't even recognize it anymore. Like we become numb to it. It's like fuck it. You know what? It's like that is our cultural drug. We are culturally addicted to the progress in that we need such a heavy hit to even appreciate it anymore. So here's a fucking protocol that works. You know, I'll tell you, this is a real life experience. I used to take it as a metaphor, but then I experimented and I found out it's much more literal than you think. Fasting, I used to think people talking about living 40 days without food and water was an exaggeration. And here's why. Because I tried it, you know, and by the third day on Easter, me and my girlfriend at the time are at the Academy chapel about to pass out and faint from, you know, how bad it feels. On the third day, I'm like, I'm strong. I can't make it 3 days. 40 days, you know, they must be talking about whenever every season was a year or some other cycle, some shit. There's
people live to 800 years old. Yeah.
So that, you know, that's 20-year-old me or whatever. Some half a decade later, I run into this YouTube video called What I've Learned. It's like the difference between caloric restriction and fasting. And he talks about these two different studies. And one of them he brings up is the Ralph Barbosa study. I forget the exact name or whatever, but it's the dude who fasted for 300 days under supervision. And I was like, okay, you know, instead of automatically dismissing it, I'm skeptical, but let me go check on that. They're saying that it was observed in something. Let me go check. Let me find out. And so I checked my own assumptions and my own beliefs about literally my own meat suit, the metabolic system and how it runs. I learned about how that 3-day period is a crucial transitional period for switching from, you know, being glucose dependent into a more ketogenic state. I adapted what I'd learned. So I'm going to give you all a proposed definition for a word that a lot of people use, but it's kind of amorphous. Wisdom. As an Asperger's word nerd, my proposed definition for a useful technical definition for that word is integrated experience. If you have properly integrated the experience, then, you know, into alignment, that's a pretty good shell for the idea of wisdom. You know, to give us an idea of how to pursue, for example, how to pursue, like, it's like, oh, it's good to be wise. All right. How do you get wise? Well, right. Well, here's a roadmap. What is wisdom? If it's integrated experience, first you got to have experiences and you have to integrate them. Having these experiences isn't enough. There's this whole other, it's a 2-part, it's a formula. So there's a little shit that I spray every once in a while.
That's awesome, man. That makes sense.
But yeah.
That makes sense. Relevant. That's relevant.
But I'm gonna shut up a little bit and just let you ask some other questions because
I
remember half of it.
I'm trying. Like, I appreciate what you shared. And I'm thinking about what I've talked about for eons right now. And
I like listening to you. I want to at least I'll take a moment to let you gather your thoughts and reciprocate the appreciation and get back into that vibe, because that's the only reason I'm here spending my time with you specifically and with y'all at all is because I appreciate the shit that you say for my own reasons.
Right.
I gotta explain myself, but I will.
That's fire. But so how do you balance what you've experienced so far, right, and integrated with the shenanigans that we know as DeFi? Like, how does this work for you? For example, Pulse Chain, Hex, PulseX, right? Like, because I talk about this all the time, man, and I'm listening to what you share with me, and I'm interested to know, like, what about all these things make sense for you? Because I'm still trying to figure out what's going on here, and I don't think I'm gonna figure it out today. You know what I mean? Because I've been talking about it for a long time, and it's just a continuum. How does this work for you, man? Oh, look at the dog, man. Dalmatian. Yep. Salute. What's the dog's name?
This is Delilah.
Delilah in the building. Delilah.
My little love bug. But yeah, no, man. That's so. I put a post back in like 2022 or some shit on my Facebook or DARPA Lifelog. There's a Snapple fact for y'all. Okay. DARPA, which is a defense research program with all the tech, you know, they had this project that they were going to launch called Lifelog, where they were going to try to collect and have a file basically of everybody's life. That shit got shut down, and around the same time that this company, Facebook, launched and had DARPA advisors on the board. So DARPA, Lifelog, Meta, whatever the Mockingjays are calling it these days, fucking they switch up their own name, so they can't be mad at me for my confusion at all of their cons. But on my Facebook or Meta or what the fuck ever,
right,
put some shit. It was like, here, actually, let me, because I'm gonna spitball it. I'll just pull it up and.
The play with words, man. Your play with words, man. I like your play with words.
I appreciate it.
For real.
You know, that's what I'm here to do. Have fun, play a bit, try to, you know, try. And I'm very careful with my words. So I appreciate that because, again, like I said, care is what it's religious to me. It's literally the 8th Hermetic principle. You know, everybody know, or not everybody, but a lot of people know 1 through 7, starting with as above, so below. Right. Or starting with the universe is mental, and then as above, so below, going to the 7th Hermetic principle. the eighth one is the principle of care, which is the one that wraps all of them together. It's what you care about is what literally generates the experience. It's the generative principle in your experience in your life. So I care greatly about my words, but I care enough that I'm able to be playful with them. And a lot of people will they won't always appreciate my playfulness. They'll misunderstand it, and that's fine. I'm not for everyone.
Right.
On November,
we all are. Go ahead.
22nd, 2021, I put, bottom line up front, expect only entertainment fodder from this entity unless otherwise directly solicited moving forward. Official public notice. I've been told by an authority I must honor. Talk less, smile more. Shout out to Hamilton.
Yes.
Talk less, smile more. Enjoy the show and do the work. Yes. Consequently, there will be much less unrestricted free flow sharing of interesting info and ideas from myself as source. Instead, I'll be honoring the hermetic codes in pursuit of creating focus for my work. Although I'll be refraining from unregulated outflow of unsolicited expectation. If there's a specific quest you are on that one would like to, I can't speak right now, I got cotton mouth. That one would like to knock on my door to quest upon with well-formed quest ion. Question is quest eye on. It's the quest that you're on. It's the quest that your eyes are on. Anyways, so here's my open door policy. It's open with the following warning and caveats. Come correct, come genuine. Don't waste that which is precious for that which is profane. And be conscious that every ignorance, so what you're actively ignoring, even by what you're choosing to pay attention to other shit, you're choosing to ignore a million other things. So it's still a choice. Every ignorance is still subject and accountable to universal law. I don't know. It was some shit that probably hit in the middle of a mushroom trip, but no.
Oh, man. That's relative, man. That's fire, man. Like, yo, dude, put that on a blockchain, man. Like, create an NFT. Like, and I don't say that to be funny. It's just an airdrop that. Why not? Right? That's fire.
It's not a bad idea. It's in fact already in line with what I'm kind of already doing with it. Like right now in 20 minutes, there's supposed to be this mega stream on a game on Pulse Chain that I'd seen the fucking things, but I got too much shit going on right now. Okay. One of my buddies who's a game developer texted me and said, hey, just pay high attention alert. So fucking few weeks ago, I dove in, and on the technical side and on a meta grand scale side, I understand why you're saying it's a high attention thing. But I mean, this game, so put it this way, there's people out there in the community that have proposed, Bitcoin was the prototype and the innovation, getting people's eyeballs on blockchain. And we had Ethereum, smart contracts, more interoperability. That was the next, call it step phase evolution, is the way some people kind of categorize it, or the way I am right now. Then we had fucking DEXs. Uniswap brought the DEX algorithm to the forefront, and now that was the next step up in, phasing of technologies. And people were like, what's the next Uniswap going to be, and that kind of thing. I don't know what it's going to be, but I do know that right now, my expert opinion, as somebody who literally failed high school and got into an Ivy League anyways, but I failed high school because I was skipping it to play the World of Warcraft auction house because that was more interesting to me.
Wow.
My game developer buddy now tells me that was the first. He describes World of War auction house as the first DEX, the first decentralized exchange.
Wow.
And as somebody who's followed the evolution of DEXs since I got pulled into crypto due to Hex's fault that I got pulled into crypto when I did, because I know the time value of money. Yeah. I know how to read people. I saw Richard Hart on fucking Around the Blockchain, and even though he was being side-eyed and fucking whatever, I know how to read people enough to be like, fuck these bitches, let me go see what he has to say and read for myself.
Right.
I did that, found what I found, and I've been pulled into such a massive conglomeration of value in the community. There's so much here, guys, and we don't all appreciate it yet. There's no way that we can. It's beautiful.
Right.
But so all the evolution of DEXs since at least fucking 2020 when I started looking at this shit, which if Uniswap's only been around since because of Hex, I guess I could call myself a fucking world expert on DEXs if I wanted to, and it wouldn't be inaccurate, especially the way that I pay attention to things, as much care and energy as I put into it. So with that, me fucking saying a bunch of bullshit to qualify myself as an expert. Take it if you want or not. I don't give a fuck. That's for the people who would care. I'm seeing in this game right now is the next evolution of dexes, because what it is it's a game that is engaging on its own. So I know people in game dev that have already said a game is too big of a project for the blockchain right now.
Okay.
And then this guy swoops in and he's broken it. What he's done, I'll translate a big thing to, is he's broken it down into bite-sized enough chunks to actually execute on it.
Yeah.
So that fucking Blizzard employees and AAA game devs are like, oh shit, we need are getting excited, are just now getting excited or getting brought into the fray.
Really?
Yeah. And the Dex, so he's phasing it. He has a marketplace in the game. It's an in-game marketplace, but it's a Dex. It is a decentralized exchange, and it is a Dex with a game wrapper and a bunch of other systems. It is the next evolution of Dex. And whether it succeeds or fails, I think it could be the next thing that fucking catches on and takes us to whatever, or not. I'm proposing that it could be. Even if it doesn't, it is a proof of concept for what will eventually be the next evolution of Dexes and GameFi and other shit. You think there's only been, there's only been like a few 100,000 pumped into the game so far, as people supporting it right now, and the game hasn't launched. It's an alpha, and the developers are being responsible the way they're rolling it out. But compare a few 100,000, the millions that people have sacrificed for to bring an Oracle to Pulse Chain, even though they didn't know that's what they were doing. They thought they were doing something else. An Oracle is useful, but I don't know if it was $10 million useful.
Right.
Here. That's not my field of expertise. Right now, I'm talking about Dexes. Right now, there's a Dex that is different from any other one out there that is wrapped in a game token. Do you think the people who have $10 million to drop into a project later aren't going to be aware of this, whether it succeeds or fails, and use it as a skeleton proof of concept for their shit? So I'm saying, worst case scenario, you can be the most cynical hard ass critic that you want on, well, this game's going to get hacked. Okay, cool. It gets hacked, exploited, whatever the fuck ever. We learn from it. It's going to iterate. The proof of concept is there. And this idea, it's on the blockchain now. And our participation in it is literally being time stamped. When we participate, what we fucking say, what we, at all kind of different layers and levels. It's cool.
Right.
So I think in 15 minutes, they're about to have a mega stream on the game.
Okay.
That other people are talking about. And I volunteered to be backup support if they needed anything. So I came into the chat, and Telegram they told me to fuck off pretty quick.
Why?
I bruised an ego. So I saw, I'm reading it, and I saw some data, and I asked some questions, and the person who put the data forth didn't like the questions I asked and made a bunch of assumptions about me. And then I had to take up a bunch of lines of text checking those assumptions. And then their henchmen are fucking trying to bat for them. And they're like, why are you taking up so much text, or what the fuck ever? Anyway, at the end of the day, I don't go stirring up shit, but I'm not going to just whatever. So
right.
Chips fell where they may. They told me to fuck off. I said, no, thanks. I'm here for my own reasons.
Right.
Somebody had a very human moment. So I'm going to pause because I am on the internet now and not just in my home. Somebody who had a very human moment, fucking, let it get to, and I get that, dude. I've been that guy before. So I was as bemused as much as anything. I don't have any personal shade. And this game is a fucking literal, it's a families, mafias against each other. It's meant to have that kind of little bit of tribalness in it. So, I'm not personally slighted by it. For example, this dude just said some shit. He's a stranger on the internet. Said some shit in a Telegram chat because I was triggered. Cool. Whatever. I've had other dudes that fucking, gone to my Insta and pulled pictures from my daddy-daughter dance and posted them in Telegram chat, threatening me as an old man. That's different, bro. You're going to go do that shit? No. Fuck you. You made it personal. So my open door policy exactly for motherfuckers like you, warning against that kind of solicitation, because you just solicited. You're trying to scare me away, but you just solicited something from me that you don't understand, and you're gonna understand before I go away. So I don't know. I just got into a mode there.
Wow. You a developer?
No. Well, I'm a I'm not a blockchain developer. I'm not a game developer. I am a real estate developer. I got 4 kids, so I'm a human developer. I'm a life developer, and I'm bringing all of this shit. I'm a community developer. So I'm working a lot. I have buddies in. This is just one thing right now. We also have buddies, just by virtue of what I do. I'm a best-selling author on a project that I fucking did on. As a side thing with a buddy in 2015, I got a plaque from Amazon, #1 best-selling author. It's some marketing shit. But I guess I can literally say I'm a #1 best-selling author from Amazon. That you guys heard of Amazon? This bitch that started a bookstore, online bookstore. Might be something. He thinks I'm a best-selling author, or their company thinks I'm a best-selling author. So no, but fucking narrative, man. It is what it is. I'm a storyteller. So I'm a developer in that way for sure. Wordplay. You said it before. I love playing with words. And I like playing with them in a way that'll help people. Like, it's love and light. I try to illuminate from a place that they're gonna see something that's probably already, I'm not gonna throw my own shit at them unless it's gonna be valuable to them some way or useful for them to, see something that's probably in themselves. Because we are all human. And again, I grew up in fucking where I did. Learning that at the age that I did, it made the imprint that it did. So I had carried through the military academies, the fucking real estate, boys clubs, and all this other shit. The love that I had for my mama and seeing what she went through and getting fucked by the system.
Got you.
I just have, and she's a drug addict. So it's that conflicted love. It's knowing the love of that unconditional love, but of a drug addict. So having to learn about the boundaries of love, I guess is to say it, because where do you like that is an art and a skill that I think we're all trying to figure the fuck out here. I think that's probably the dance that we're all playing is we all love, but we're trying to but we get hurt, so we're trying to figure out where those boundaries need to be so that we can keep loving as best as we can. So I'm just trying to play a bit, throw a light here and there, because sometimes we get in a rut, and when we get if we keep going down the same path, literally just walking down it wears it down. And if it wears it down enough, our eyesight will go below ground. We won't be able to see. We'll get below ground level. So if someone could just shine a light or be like, hey, yo, that could be a valuable thing. And it's one of the things that I'm here to do in my little dance.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. I'm going to add another person, Mars.
Nice.
Mars Mindset. How are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing today?
Not bad, man. Good to have you. We have David, Moondog Lador, and Mars Mindset in the building.
What's up, Mars? How you doing, man? What's your story?
I'm good, bro.
I've talked a lot.
I've been in Pulse Change since March, really, and
this
basically, I used to be like a Bitcoin maxi, and before that, I got into crypto in 2017. But I really see the opportunity in Pulse Chain, but specifically in the Atropa ecosystem and what developer Maria is doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, there's a lot of value.
I'm pretty much exclusive with that, though. I'm almost exclusive with that, like 98.9% exclusive with that.
I hear you, man.
If nothing else, that's a great whodunit for everyone to spend their time on right now, right? Little real life crypto clue game for people to go see what the fuck's going on. Maybe learn to read a blockchain and decide for themselves to translate between the narratives that make it to the Telegram channels and the YouTubes versus what the chains actually say. Maria is very specifically only communicates through their chosen whatever. So they're not subject to pleasing the YouTube or all the other things that maybe other data that you get is touched by before it gets to you. It's worth having to juxtapose and make your own judgment on, right? But people want the easy way, so they want an easy way to not have to think about it. So the first low-hanging fruit that gives them an excuse not to have to do the work, the weak ones are going to take it. That's my 2 cents.
You're not talking about the Tang Gang, right? When you mentioned fruit, there's no pun intended with that, right?
Well, look, here's what I'll do. I'll play Switzerland because I'm not personally involved in the personal war, attention wars that Tang Gang and P-Dye are doing, or Teddy Bear. I'll put it Tang Gang and Teddy Bears are doing with each other. I was introduced to Tang Gang through its. It has some very good developers in it that are helping a lot of artists to figure out how to bring their art into the blockchain. So they're delivering value through art and marketing and narrative in the way that they know how. And you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to criticize good old Dickie Hart a little bit because my name is David Leader. I went to the fucking Leadership Academy on the Hudson River. So I'm going to dare do it because I care. That's why I love Richie. He's done such amazing things here. But one of the things they made us memorize at the Leadership Academy, to give some context, and then I'll give my little criticism. The discipline which makes the soldiers of a free country reliable in battle is not to be gained by harsh or tyrannical treatment. On the contrary, such treatment is far more likely to destroy than to make an army. It is possible to impart instructions and to give commands in such a manner and such a tone of voice to inspire in the soldier no feeling but an intense desire to obey, while the opposite manner and tone of voice cannot fail but to inspire hatred and a desire to disobey. The one mode or the other of dealing with subordinates springs from a corresponding spirit within the breast of the commander. He who feels and hence manifests the respect which is due to others cannot fail but to inspire in them regard for himself, while he who feels and hence manifests disrespect cannot fail but to inspire hatred. Major General Schofield in Address to Corps of the Cadets, blah, blah, blah. So here's my criticism. Tang Gang has done something that Richie has advocated in the leadership that he has modeled. Richie has advocated for, outrage marketing in a way which he felt needed to be done for what he was trying to build. And fucking kudos to Richie, because as much as you want to criticize it, it has its fruits and a lot of good ones as well. But one of the bad ones is some people have taken the efficaciousness that could be gleaned from that, and they just missed the mark. Sin is literally an old Latin archery term for miss the mark. And how different would Sunday school be if we were teaching kids that, look, in the learning process, you're going to miss the mark. That's a part of the process. And then here's how you get on target versus, oh, you're fucking corrupt from the beginning. There's nothing you can do about it except, no. Anyways, that's a side tangent. So the Tang Gang, here I fucking tangent all the way. The Tang Gang has probably tried some of this outrage marketing to get attention more than is probably healthy. And that's their own personal choices. By the way, they're personally responsible for that. But also, and they glean at that because they also they get a positive. They feel that they're getting a positive feedback loop cycle from it too. They're building their own thing and they think that it's working for them. They have their boundaries and limits of how they engage. But I think that it's probably doing more damage than they realize. And I think that this fucking idea that has emanated through the community from top down is doing a lot more damage than people realize, of just being disrespectful to each other as a excusable way to conduct yourself, whether it's with a person through a webcam, in person, or as a literal stranger on the fucking internet and Telegram. The disrespect that has run throughout all of this is what is going to be the most toxic, corrosive element that needs to be stamped out if we want to have the healthy ecosystem that we are all here to fucking have. Like, we are all here to win. We're like, come win with us. That's the mantra. And we all have different ideas about how to win. So we're at Golden Corral and one dude loves fucking the Prime and somebody else is a vegan. They don't need to fucking stab each other in the party. Like, we can eat and be merry and commune together and allow each other to have what's there. That's my 10 cents. My 2 cents were free. A nuisance. Who sent? You sent for me?
Right.
But the Tang Gang are artists. Yeah. And here's the thing too. Here's a great juxtaposition for it. Dude, the Tang Gang, they're the artists. They're the ones that are the human element. Mariah, like, the way that what he's doing is a much more technically deep thing. So you literally got the fucking jocks and geeks, trying to go at it. Okay, fine. And that's an overgeneralization, but it's also a way to help understand it's a human story to attach to what's going on between they probably love each other more than they know. That's the thing. If I could get all these guys in a room together, we'll be having a good fucking time. I promise. So,
man. Well, yeah. We need to thank RH for
I'll make sure of it. The ones who are the problem won't be in the room.
I thank RH for that. I wouldn't have known about Pulse Chain if it wasn't for RH.
Yeah, man. Like my thing with the communities, I've said this ad nauseum, like the sub communities, time will tell. Time will tell how things unfold, how people benefit individually and as a group. And so be it. But right now, bro, like just from what the gentleman explained with experience and just learning, integrating the experience in my shady, sketchy, fucked up experience in the 7 years I've been in crypto, bro. Like RH right now is the best bet because I'm gambling. If I'm gambling, people, if I'm gonna gamble, do any, I'm not gambling on anybody else right now except on this Pulse Chain thing, except RH, come hook or crook. I don't care. Like and I'm not trying to defend myself against you two gentlemen either. I'm just expressing myself. Everybody could do whatever they want, right? Like it's what it is. It's like he said, you know, we're in a restaurant, you like meat, this one likes vegetable or whatever, somebody like milk, somebody else like butt cheeks, you make it work. But we have to get to a point where we've reached, it's going to take a while for us to really see, I guess, that day where everything is kumbaya, which I think will never happen. I don't think that's ever going to happen, man. But bruh, it's RH all the way. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here even having this conversation today in this stream, you know? Like, I got to remember where I came from and give thanks to what's going on here. Not forget, people, if you're doing well in your sub community and you shitting on RH today still because you can't remove yourself out of whatever paradigm you found yourself in from being upset or whatever, the heck's 99% down, people dumped in 21. You got all these scamming sacrifice communities doing what they're, bruh, focus on what matters. If you're doing good work, keep doing that. Keep doing that and make it work. RH, Hex, that's me. Hex, Pulse Chain, Pulse X, Maxi. And I'm not against anybody else, though. That's the thing. I'm not against Atropa. I'm not against these other people unless you're doing philosophical shady shit that allows people to lose. You know what I mean? Like these people, you arguing with folks, what's that going to yield you? What is that going to yield you? Disrespect begets disrespect, right? Like folks are going to have a disdain, and this is about making money. Nobody cares about our feelings, right? Like it's about making money. My money on Richard and Hex Pulse. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody else has the same power right now that he has to go hire 11 lawyers, high-powered attorneys to fight the boogeyman to help us argue about which community is the best. You know what I mean? Nobody to help us sustain that, where people don't have to tell us when and where we could use our crypto and how to use it and take our money and blah, blah, blah. He's fighting that. No other person, no other sub-community is doing that or interested in that. They're on an ego trip. Everybody's on an ego. Fuck that ego shit, man. It's about getting to this bag. Getting to a bag in a way that's sustainable, that we can earn passive income, that we can do whatever we want in a free, harmless, quote-unquote sovereign way. Everybody want to talk about sovereign, not everybody here, but people want to talk about that revolutionary sovereign shit, but they're not ready for everything that comes with that. Go ahead, gentlemen.
I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but I think that the P-die narrative and the P-die narrative going to $1 is actually one of the most powerful narratives in Pulse Chain that could actually help the four major RH coins. That's kind of, I see them tying in together, and I see Maria basically creating an ecosystem within Pulse Chain that actually helps Pulse Chain. And I think he also has some stuff like TSFI. There's so much stuff, but I just kind of like break it down simply. TSFI is, I think, tied to the T shares. I think he wants to pump EHEX. He wants to pump like all of the P stables. So there's just like, I see like a really smart person. I don't really know anything about Tengang. I just know that they airdrop me like some NFT that I can't sell, and then I will sell like once I get the opportunity. But I do see the best opportunity. My bet, and like just the devs, they're very old. Like I talk to OG Web Chef a lot, Jesus Escobar, he's really cool dev, bro. Like, it seems like they're just like more about making that money. That's kind of why I was attracted to them, you know. But I still see the value in the RH thing and what he's doing behind the scenes, right? I didn't buy into the outrage marketing. I actually, the first video I saw at RH was him in a t-shirt, in like a black t-shirt and just like a white room. So I only found out about all the other witchcraft shit like later on. So I didn't understand the hate that people have for him. It's just jealousy, bro. It's just jealousy.
Hey, there's so much good stuff here, and I'd love to comment on it. But the universe is pulling me out to make space for y'all because my pre-obligation is already on stream, and I already told him I was going to be going support.
Moondog, man, it's a pleasure, man.
My mafia brother who also wants to tear off heads from the Tang gang as soon as he gets a chance, and I'm like, do what you got to do, brother. I'm here for the love and light, y'all.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. Shout out to Moondog.
Peace.
Yeah, man. So you support that whole P-Dye
I think I basically, because I understand, or at least I understand what RH was trying to do with when he was marketing Pulse Chain, because I gotta like reverse engineer the thought process of how Pulse Chain was introduced, right? So basically part of his marketing and plan was telling people that they have free copies of any Ethereum coin that they'll have on their Ethereum network, basically copied over to the Pulse Chain, including the EHEX. So the only way that would actually have a value in the long term is if RH has an incentive or an idea to make those copies of Ethereum coins to be at parity with what's on Ethereum and have Pulse Chain be at parity with Ethereum. And so then I started investigating which coin is pegging. And so basically there's a whole, I guess, like a 3000x or whatever happened with P-Dye last summer. Right. And so there's a strong community behind that. And then there's like a strong community behind Teddy Bear. And then that's all linked into, I'm like an IT person. Okay. Right. So like I kind of understand, not completely, but I kind of understand like the more tech side of things. So that's kind of why I gravitated towards Maria. And then like as I get into the ecosystem, like I said, there's just a lot of like lucrative opportunities that I've seen, and they are tied into Hex. They're not pushing away from the RH stuff. It's all tied in.
Right. And that's a blessing. Like, look, man, I understand at some point from the little that I know and can grasp, because this thing is just such advanced. But I try to keep it simple. I understand that we're gonna have to use a stable coin. Has to just we have to get to a point at some point where we have a dollar stable coin on the network. I don't know when that's gonna happen. That's just my opinion. And the thing that for a person, like if I was operating from a perspective of a degen, bro, like
I've heard that people call me more of the degen player. The Atropa is the degen player. I'm not saying, do your own research. It's not financial advice, right?
Right, of course. But
and there's levels to this, there's levels to this.
There's levels, exactly. There's levels to all of this, man. Like for a degen, P-Dye, out of all the other stables, whatever piece stables there are, the narrative, then I'm in the alleyways watching how P Maker, DAO, and all these things that, man, the wallets that they try to attach to RH, what is it, 2822, something like that. I get it.
I don't know. I'm not too worried about that stuff, but I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. And then there's arguments between this P Stables community versus LUSD. Remember that drama that
it's still going on. It's still
is it really?
Well, because the Maria developer, like I think it was like a month ago, said like he has nothing to do with that coin. And I know, like, I just saw them posting like some Chinese stuff and some gambling stuff. So it's a different project altogether. I dumped mine. It's too scary. That's like degen times 1,000.
Yes.
That's degen. I can't go there.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's how I'm familiar. That's where I come from, like that level of DJ type.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, nah, bro. I need a support group. My support group, right?
That makes sense.
Grounded. Yeah, man. Post
makes
Nation
sense.
keeps me grounded. The community here keeps me grounded. Like, cause yeah, man, I look 7 years, man. I still didn't figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out with RH, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm not an expert. I'm just
not
a voice.
Expert either, man.
Yeah, man.
I just know that I took 3,000 one time and turned it into about 70 grand, and I lost about maybe 30 grand or maybe 40 grand. I kept about 20 grand, spent that.
Okay.
And you know what I mean? But I learned from that. So I think that's why I said I did the Bitcoin Maxi thing for a little while. But I realized if I actually want to get that same 1,000x that I saw before or 10,000x, like I have to find a different opportunity. That's what I found Pulse Chain.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And we could say, this is the thing, we could say that look, we have the chain, man. It's not a vapor. If people say vaporware, we have the chain. We have our copies. We're here.
Yep.
Opportunity to win DCA. I just like DCAing into the RH coins because I feel the most secure. Because I could go. No, I don't want to learn from my mistake. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I want to. Like I want to, and I think I let one of these guys in these Telegram groups get me to sell my hex, which I regret because now I want to get back in that position. But overall, like I want to get in the RH, but there's like just the stuff that I'm involved with on the side with OG Web Chef. He's officially a Tropa developer now, and all that stuff. I'm into that mostly.
I hear you, man.
I'm trying to turn into a P-Dye whale, basically.
Oh, wow. That's conviction. Look, I'm not a hater, man. That's conviction, man.
You know why? Because the last time I pumped in crypto was through a stable coin. It was called Karatbars coin, and it was supposed to be a Ethereum stable coin connected to gold. So I've been on this a bit. I've been on it before.
Yeah, Karatbars. I heard of Karatbars, man. Yeah, you've been in the dark alleyways of yeah. You've been in the
where I live, bro.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Look, man. Listen, I'd be a hypocrite if I acted like I didn't know. I get it. I get it, man. But if it was ever anything 100%, you know where I come. You know my perspective. I'm 100% art. 99.999 infinity 100% art because I need Ethereum's. Sure. You know these other things to onboard, offboard, schmonboard. But I'm all RH, bro. But respect to what you got going on, and I hope you have a good experience with it, because these things, man, we don't know, bro.
I'm looking at it as tied in with what you guys are doing. So even if I'm in the corner, eventually it's going to add to your building. So I'm just waiting for that.
Right.
That's kind of how I look at it. But the Tangang stuff, I stay away. That's why that dude hopped off, because he's probably friends with those people.
Yeah, I'm not into these things, man. The fighting Tangang or
it's no fighting. It's just I'm just talking about pure money opportunities. Like I think all the Tang, like I've seen a couple of stuff like Pulse Lorian, because I told you I just came into Pulse Chain in March, so I quickly scanned through like everything really quickly.
Oh, okay.
Then, you know what I mean? I don't really get involved in the communities per se. Like I just see like what works and what doesn't, and then yeah. So I just see with the Tangang stuff, all of their coins, like it's just like it comes out and then nothing happens after. Like they don't have like any utility. They just keep releasing coins and stuff. But what I like about the RH stuff is the Pulse X. Like when he says that it's like owning a casino,
right?
That's kind of like what I like in the Hex. They're 100%. All good though. They're all good.
100%. The opportunity here, bro. This is a type of thing where like people keep saying 99% down. Like I said, not from the all-time low for Hex. Like folks, 99% down. You could keep saying that narrative, but the way the thing was designed, it's a store of value. Now it's a PRC 20. Well, it's really a Ethereum derivative coin that got forked. Now we have it on Pulse Chain. these coins have promise, bro. Like it's not financial advice, neither here nor there. But I'm still going to basically concentrate and focus on what's worked. Price sucks. It does. It's trash. But the whole thing is not trash. I'm talking about price. Price is, but it's going up, and it will. Network effect growing larger. We have a blockchain, etc., 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 etc. All these other sub communities, I don't know. Good luck, right? Like in a good way. I can't be distracted. I can't multitask, man. Like I've seen experiments. People come out with projects, talk about their experimenting. Who has? Oh, bruh.
Well,
if you got,
I like the Maria Atropa guy because he actually like dissuades people from like trying to comment or like attach themselves to his project. Like he's very like specific. He has a very specific plan, and I see it tying. Like I have some of his interviews on my YouTube page, but it all ties in. Like he wants to help Pulse Chain grow, so that's kind of how I see him like adding to it. So I don't see it as like separate from like PulseX, Hex, Pulse Chain, and Inc. all growing. Like it's all going to be like part of that. I think in the long term. So I'm kind of like long term looking at it too, like next 2-3 years.
Yeah,
man. One of the things with Pulse Chain is that it just needs more investment. Like
it will.
Yeah. I don't think it won't. That's just what people, the general population needs to understand.
Yeah, it takes time, man. It's only been 15 months, 16 months. Like it. Yeah, man. It's gonna be something. It's not here to lead. Like it's here to stay, right? And we'll see what happens, especially with this weird case, how things develop with the case, and even if he gets a slap on the wrist, like has to pay a fine, nobody cares. We'll move on and continue to grow, and folks want to make money, and we're gonna see the green candles. Just this last week alone, with the pumps that all 4 of the core coins have had. I mean, it's garnered a lot of attention and testing people in their conviction and seeing whether they're non-coins, non-RH, I mean, are really worth holding or not. That's going to happen, bro. I'm telling you, man. Like, people going to sell, they're going to buy, they're going to sell. I'm sticking with the winner. Look, man, it's us versus everybody, bro. Like, now, I'm not signaling you out. I'm just saying.
I'm fine, man.
It's us versus Pulse Chain
versus everybody.
Everybody, bro. And not just Pulse Chain, but the Hex believers, Pulse believers, PulseX and Inc. versus every. Shout out, man. Mars Mindset, man.
For sure, man. Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you coming through, man.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna hop off, bro. I'm gonna let you run your thing, bro. Appreciate you.
Not a problem. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Easy. Yo, good people. What are we doing? Want to shout out to Moondog again for coming through, giving us his background and perspective on things. Want to shout out Mars Mindset for sharing, jumping on the stream. Of course, both individuals had their own thoughts and ideas about coins they like and stuff like that. I'm not echo chamber like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not. I'm not ego chamber or echo chamber. I'm just RH chamber. You know what I mean? Like pause no Diddy. Like you got the Hex, got the Pulse, PulseX, Pulse. Yo, guys, shout out to y'all. If you like, one day I aspire to have a stream where a lot of y'all get on, right? And I'm trying to understand what's the argument about, because I want y'all to express yourself. What's the argument about, yo? Because the common denominator is we trying to get to the bag, right? Not that these gentlemen had any argument, not at all. I'm not saying these two that were gentlemen that jumped on my stream, the panel, it wasn't that. But I'm thinking long term, because I talked a lot of shit, right? But I really want to get to a point where I'm trying to see what the opposing view arguments are like, man. What's the opposing view like, man? This doctor, disciple, what are we doing, sir? What are we doing, sir?
What are we doing, man? I'm like, what y'all talking about, man?
Nothing, bro. Absolutely nothing, man.
Hey, we rich yet?
Hey, I'm waiting for you to tell me, bro. I'm waiting for you to let me know that we're rich. Okay.
Hey, we rich, bro. We already made it. We made it. We made it some years ago, man.
There you
rich
go.
In spirit, rich in mind, rich in body, man. But we've got to be crypto rich. How about that?
There you go. They gotta catch up to us, man.
Yeah, man. Like you said, you gotta just hold on to the winners, man.
And we holding on to the winners, man.
That's
what we doing.
RH tokens. Everything's based off the RH tokens. If those don't perform, the rest ain't. So right. Those
100%. So yo, it feels. You see, when things start to materialize the way we've been saying, right? Things start to materialize the way we've been saying that it's materializing, bro. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's gonna be vainglorious. Vainglorious. The key, sissy. Like it's gonna be vainglorious. Except those people are shady. I don't even like talking about X-Klein like that because they had some R. Kelly, No Diddy type thing allegations with them. So forget about me saying vainglorious. It's gonna be marvelous.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man, it's just only a matter of time. I mean, we talked about 2025, so hey, I hope everybody's enjoying these little pumps right now, but we ain't seen nothing yet.
At all.
We ain't seen nothing yet. So keep getting your coins, man. For those who still DCA, congratulations. And
100%.
Man, I hate to hear how people get manipulated, and he talked about how the brother that you just had on, somebody kind of got him for his hex, or got him to swap out of his hex position, Yeah. And this happened to others. The only thing you can say is do your best if you can to regain your position, man, because we still got a ways to go.
100%.
We still got a ways to go.
I see Westcott checking in. What's up, Westcott? Westcott checking in the building. But yeah, man, we
I just had to shout you out, man. Balance the force back out, because I know you're not in your echo chamber, but I'm totally in my echo chamber.
Right. No, I said, yeah, you absolutely are.
I am happy over here in my gated community, man. And you gotta have a passcode to get in the gate.
I hear you.
You gotta call somebody.
Right.
Security guard to let you in.
Secret handshake. You got a secret handshake and all that, man.
Yeah.
Yo, disciple, because I come from being a DJ, bruh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just don't talk about it because I'm not seeking the attention. When I DJ and I seek no attention, you know what I mean? Like that's just the truth. Like,
man, been there. Like, I know what you're saying when you say that, man. We done been through a couple cycles. If you've been through a couple cycles and you done been fleeced, in a project, if somebody makes it sound all good, it does nothing.
It does nothing, man.
It
does nothing. I've been there, bro. Like, every DJ that think they're a DJ now, trust me, we're familiar.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It ain't about just being concerned. We're familiar. That's why we could talk the language. That's why we could figure the shit out. Like, we understand where your spirit is going. Like, as far as like everybody thinking they got a better plan than RH. No, you don't, bruh. Because RH was a DJ. That's how he got to where he is today. Trading. Like, you're getting into all these different activities, and you got to go through the mud to understand where you at right now. You know what I mean? Like, these people got no clue. They don't know. They think we're brainwashed. Little do these motherfuckers know. Little do y'all know. This is beautiful because we feeling great because we don't have to be stressed out.
Yep.
Like a DGen gets.
Watching charts all day.
All day.
See what the latest news is.
All day.
Gotta be there first, like, you know, then because there's no liquidity, so you gotta try to get out.
Right. Before they snipe the contract, you want to be first. Drop the link. Let me get in first before everybody else. Yeah. Drama. There's infighting among your insider group. You know, like, nah, I'm good. Been there. We see you. Yeah, man.
Lending platform coins, or you trying to get on there before it crashes.
Yeah, right. the 404, the screen 404, DDoS attacks.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
And now
gambling.
Now you got experts that know how to liquidity rub. So,
right. Conference founders, bro.
I just heard about that. I was like, what? Because I really didn't understand what was going on. I was like, why everybody was so mad at him? What happened? And I was like, oh, snap, for real?
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, hey, he got all the praise. You know, like, you could do a sacrifice for tying your shoelaces and go throw money at it. You know, you could. Come on, bro.
Oh, man. But we've been chilling, huh? One.
Yeah, man. Comfortable. Like, and that's supposed to be bad? Like, we've been, bruh, I feel good. I feel better each and every day because we're closer. We're closer to the next all-time high for these coins. It's bruh, it's been the same and better energy each and every day, bruh. You hear me talk shit every now and then, but this is the common denominator. This is my baseline. This is it.
Right. Yeah, man. Been there, done that, man. I'm good. I am good. Once I start seeing all these things start launching, at first you get all hyped up, you wonder, and then it didn't take but a week and a half, and I was just like, no, not this time. Nope. Ain't doing it. Y'all go do what y'all want to do. Have fun with it.
Have fun. Have at it. Have at it. Have at it, man. We only 15 months in the game.
I'm chilling.
Right.
Because if PLS and PLSX and Hex don't pump, what the hell you think gonna happen with all the stuff that's supposed to be tied to it? Because so, you know.
No.
Actually, I know how liquidity works and see.
It's V3. The V3 will save them. The V3 liquidity will save them.
Good luck.
I mean,
man.
Hey, come on.
I'm not putting my money on no P-Dot conspiracy theory. Nope.
You know?
Nope, not doing it.
You know?
Yeah.
P-Dot, I mean, look.
If it hit, great. Congratulations.
Congrats.
You
I don't care. Right? Look, P-Dot already did a 3,000. Even RH, without saying it, was talking about the 5,000x P-Dot did. I don't even care.
Yeah.
I didn't care before. Yeah. I don't care now. And won't in the near. I don't care, bro.
At all, bro.
I don't.
You know, I'll give you.
Bless your heart.
Yep. I feel you, but we too close, man. I'm not gonna be moving nothing around.
You know,
I ain't moving nothing around. I'm just gonna let my ink cook.
That's it.
That's it.
Yo, you got 4. We have 4 coins that competing with each other. That's good enough for me.
Yep.
4.
Yep.
High-powered players, high-powered, yo.
Yep. And if you staked in Hex, you got Hedron and Icosa cooking.
There you go.
Go free.
Go free. And I don't like them shits no more either. It's that point. I'm to that point.
I'm not even worried about that.
I'm not even worried about some he drawn and I go. I don't even care. Shout out to y'all if you do care. It's not about that. I'm listen. Enough of the madness and smoke and mirrors. Like,
right.
Disciple Doc, you got me on one right now, man. You got me on one right now, man.
Hey, man, I had to come and shout you out, man. We all appreciate you, man. We all appreciate when the Wonder Stream pull up, the notification pulls up on the phone, man. I'm like, yes.
Likewise, bro. Likewise, you guys keep me grounded, man.
Let's go, champ. Let's go, man. But you finna keep cooking, or you gonna be on for a while, or what?
Maybe another 10. Maybe another 10 minutes.
Well, all right, big homie, man. I'm gonna jump off and let you finish it on out then.
Yeah, man. Be well, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right. Enjoy your weekend, man.
You too. Likewise, man.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace. Yeah, man. Let me just see this last right before Westcott checked in. I see Tony D writes, I made a 10x on HOA and got rugged on every one of their tokens since. Wow. The founder just buys them super early and makes bank from liquidity pools while everyone else loses. I hear you, people. Listen, man. A lot of these things that, like, I was just talking to Disciple, man. Like, a lot of, we've been here, man. We've been through a lot of the dregs of DeFi. Been through a lot, bro. You see, you heard the other gentleman talk about carrot bars, and you know what? When I heard about that scam, I was knee deep, like carrot bars. Out of the other stuff that I was familiar with, carrot bars was like AAA level, believe it or not, because there was once another whole thing about this with gold, and you get a denomination of the gold in some kind of fake paper crypto and carrot bar, and it turned out to be a rug. This was in 2020-ish, 4 years ago, stuff like. But back then, that's what I'm familiar with a lot of these shenanigans. I'm familiar. I still didn't get it right, but I feel like I'm getting it right now because I haven't been rugged in 3.5 years since I got in this John right here. I haven't been rugged in 3, and that's a blessing, and I want to just be grateful for that. 3.5 years since I got here, I have not experienced a rug, and I wish that for y'all, for you not to experience getting rugged. It doesn't make sense. A lot of times people say, yo, you don't do crypto until you experience losses, until you get scammed. Well, some of that can very well be true, but if you can avoid that nonsense, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? I mean, come on, people. I get it, man. A lot of these people, they get in early in the game. They create something. They become a founder. Like a lot of this founder moves that these people are doing now, that shit is recycled from 2017, 2018, 2009, all this stuff these people are doing, all this stuff they're doing. And name any group, some of this stuff, most of it, I'm not even gonna say some, most of the stuff you watching these subcultures doing, subcommunities and token founders are doing, have been done already on multiple different chains for years prior. They act like they figured something out. No, nigga, you just got late to the scam. You just doing some late strategy, man. Like, for real, man. These people been doing this shit, bro. They've been doing it on Ethereum. They've been doing it on Tron. They've been doing it on Binance in 2018 when the bull market and the bear market hit after that bull, after 20,000 BTC. Oh, the freaks came out on the blockchain. It got dirty for real. Dirty. Dirty. It was ICO. They call them sacrifice now. Back then it was ICOs. This is not new. It's just maybe different players, different faces. And some of the old ones are still around. They just had to go do things in hiding, change their whatever, change their branding. Strategy is the same. 2017, they've been doing the fuck shit. 2018, they've been doing the fuck shit. 19, 20, all the way till today. And the people who caught on to a strategy and they think they're doing something new, it's not new. There's never anything new under the sun. So I don't care what sub-community they're a part of. And guess what? RH, again, like I said, he had to know because he went through it. He had to understand why no third parties, why no admin keys, why it has to be permissionless, right? He had to understand because he understood what it was when he was dealing with those fuck boys and fuck girls doing dumb shit like that with crypto. That's how you know the difference sometimes. Leverage trade. Yeah, he might be good at it. Does it mean 8 billion other people are good at it? No. He understand like, yo, no, ladies look at leverage. Surefire way to get wrecked. Avoid it. Avoid it. For your own health. And he said it how many times? He trying to save people. He trying to save people from the crypto, from losing, from wrecking themselves. Like this is something he said. What other founder has said some shit like that? But going back to how these sub-communities just want to just be mad at RH for whatever, be egotistical, cry and bitch and complain and launch and act like what they're launching is better. Their strategies are so much better, right? When people like this gentleman said they've experienced future loss after making a little bit of gains, they haven't been able to achieve most, more gains because the same practices that you see taking place have been done already. A grifter that I don't rock with at all. Like, I don't rock with this particular grifter. Said it to his people in the when the screenshots came out last year about the Illuminati group, the crypto Illuminati gaggle. One of the things that the grifter said to his people in the community was, yeah, founders can be successful. Hodlers can be successful, right? Like Richard always says, how you get successful in crypto? Being a hodler, being a founder, and being an owner of an exchange. You know what the grifter told his people? And also, people who are close to the founders can also do exceedingly well, be extremely successful. Those who are founders. In other words, if you got the inside scoop on when the next coin is going to launch, who's going to do what, blah, blah, blah. You got the inside scoop. You're on the inside. Oh, yeah, you win too. And that's what's been going on since, man, I've been hearing about this shit since 2018 with proof of weak hands. People conspiring, different groups getting hourglass contract, this and that, this launch, that launch, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Clone wars, right? On Ethereum, on Tron, different chains like that. Yeah. This is like y'all, you don't know. A lot of y'all came in 2021, right? Got messed up with the hex because you bought the top. But if you bought the top and you staked it out, don't think about it, man. Because the more you think about it, is the more pain you endure. For what? Why are you doing that to yourself? Right? But people were doing shady things back then and still doing shady things today and will continue. They're going to take care of their own. You're not in the inside group. They name any community, right? Name any sub-community. If you're not in the inside group, you're not going to get the information that everybody gets. That only certain people get. You'll be privy to information that most won't get. Name any inside group. Name any, you got the founder, and the founders' favorites, meaning the people in the inside. And then being that human beings are who they are and people are complicated, personalities are going to clash. You're going to have infighting in those inside groups because it spills out on social media. That's how I know. It's not because I'm in an inside group. It's because they don't know how to just hold shit down and be adults in their thieving, conniving, evil, devilish ways. They can't keep shit to themselves because they're immature. They'll let the internet know how they feel. And that's where you have to put, 1 and 1, 2 and 2 together and figure everything out. That's what goes on here. That's what's been going on here for a very long time. Them insiders, look at what happened. The Illuminati, because the insider felt away because things didn't go a certain way, they exposed the whole John. The whole John. Shout out to Philly. That bull exposed the whole John. You were in the inside group. Everything was fine when you were in the inside group until it was not fine according to something you didn't approve of. And then you expose everything. But you was in the inside group doing things that the majority of people were not privy to. Paid courses. What do you think happens in the paid courses if you're doing crypto and you talk about you in a paid course? You're going to have private meetings, private conversations, private this, private that, inside. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care how many spaces you do. You think everybody on the spaces get along? No, because you hear them crashing out. You see it because they do it on social media. They show you. Who cares about all that, man? Damn all that negativity. What we doing, what we focusing on is the winner, yo. The winner. Who else figured it out like RH? Got to it before RH. Who else? Like in this, who else, man? Come on, man. So call it whatever you want, man. But a certain part of me would want to just see, and this is just me being whatever. I'd like to see all these opposing naysayers, these haters, really, but they won't do it because they're not mature enough to do that. And they don't care because, they're already greedy and selfish. But get on a panel and really create some entertainment and talk to people why you think your shit is better than RH and why you don't like RH and why you don't like one another. Why you all got beef with one another. Y'all don't like RH and you keep crying and complaining and no one's clapping nobody's cheeks. I mean, like y'all crazy with it, man. Y'all crazy with it, man. In other words, anyway, folks, I'm out of here. Much blessings. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones. Take care of what matters. Take care of your crypto mindset, your crypto health. Not the mindset. Well, I don't care. I don't shill nobody else's nothing. I don't do cringe pays me. I don't do crypto money grab set. I don't do none of that, man. I don't do none of all that. I don't care if they got good stuff. I don't care about none of that. I'm like, it's at the point. It's at that point to me because a lot of them showed some sideways behavior, man. People only care about themselves. They're only selfish. They only have greed on their mind. They don't have your well-being on. They're not thinking about how you doing, how you really feel, because folks don't really care. If you're suffering from a migraine, I hope you find relief. If your toe is hurting or some type of discomfort you feel anywhere in your system, in your human system, I hope you find relief. That's real. Because guess what? You want to be in tip-top shape and be ready when you receive the spoils coming down from crypto heaven, yo, and raining on our intangible wallets. That's coming, bro, for real, man. Yeah, man. That fountain, that bull market fountain of blessings is gonna pour on everything we got going on, because those of us that were here, we deserve it, man. We told the line for real, man. It says something. That's what I said. It says something about those of us who've just been here versus everybody else, man. Man, it's only been like 10 of us, 15 max. versus everybody, yo. Like real talk. It's been like 10 the vocal ones, real vocal, pure, been consistent, real, and haven't told the line and flip-flop and danced and did a jig and tap dancing. But no, we not tap dancing. Me, I like drama in a certain way, but not drama like that. Like it's fun on whatever, but I leave it at that because none of that is serious. None of that. What's serious is giving a message and not being a hypocrite. That's what's serious to me. I like giving information, try to be consistent because I know what it is when I'm presented with contradiction. I don't like it. My wires start to cross. I start to glitch out. You know, and we're not here for that. Let them other people crash out. We're not gonna crash out. Okay, folks? Take care of yourselves. Be well.